And I'll never forget, I was in there looking at this thing, and one of the photographs, it would say who took the picture. Mm-hmm. The picture was taken by her mom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And this thing was spread eagle.
Yeah. How does that work?
Oh, boy.
Crazy looking.
Hey, Mom, I'm trying to get my picture in the paper.
Wet your lips. Oh, the other ones.
Can I admit something? It's a little bit old. I'm doing the online dating stuff right now.
Oh.
In my, like the 5 pictures you use, I have a picture of me with my grandma. I'm showing him a sweet guy.
Oh,
There you go.
but it's not the picture that comes up on Tinder.
No, it's not the first one, but if you swipe a little bit, you keep going
All right.
through.
And everyone's fully clothed, let's be clear.
Everyone's fully clothed. It's me.
good,
It's after a show. My grandma came. She brought her book club to the show, and it's a picture
great.
of us.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, my grandma's cool.
That is adorable.
Are any of the ladies swiping right on that?
Not a lot. not a lot of ladies swiping right on that.
Okay, all right. Well, if you don't put a cat in there, we don't have a cat, so
I will not.
You can have one of the dogs and do it. Okay.
You object to cats? Or
No, I just don't want one again. I've had many, and I'm over them.
Okay, more sports coming up. Didn't have a chance to do any of that break.
We get to learn a new thing.
What's that?
I love learning new things.
the memoji?
No, it's called Hanatsuki. Is that it?
Huh, all right.
Do you know what that is?
I don't.
Well, there's a new world record in it. And skateboarding, too. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, make sure you check out Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Subscribe today. It's free. Click on the red button. We have over 100,000 subscribers. Thank you, Bob and Tom Nation. We couldn't have done it without you. Subscribe right now and watch Bob and Tom Tonight, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You know the score. 20 minutes of video highlights from today's Bob and Tom Show tonight. So kick back, relax. Maybe Kostaki Economopoulos will be featured on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel tonight. You'll have to tune in to see. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Won't cost you a dime. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Protesters tried to pull down a statue of President Andrew Jackson near the White House Monday night before being dispersed by police. Washington TV reports police used pepper spray to move protesters out of Lafayette Square, where the Jackson statue is located. Videos posted on social media show protesters climbed on the statue, tied ropes around it, then tried to pull it off its pedestal. The 19th century president's ruthless treatment of Native Americans had made his statue a target of demonstrators protesting the United States' legacy of racial injustice. The Jackson statue remains on its pedestal right now. Residents prayed for peace and remembered their loved ones on the 75th anniversary of the end of the Battle of Okinawa. One of the bloodiest conflicts of World War II was fought on the southern Japanese island that still has a heavy U.S. troop presence. The governor of Okinawa said the conflict must be remembered acutely for future generations. At the ceremony, which was held to remember 200,000 who died in the fighting near the war's end, more than half of some 50 U.S. troops stationed in Japan today are in Okinawa. And China launched the final satellite in its Bidiao constellation that emulates the U.S. Global Positioning System. The satellite navigation system is a further step in China's advance as a major space power. The launch of the satellite on board a Long March 3 rocket was broadcast live from a base in the mountains of southwestern China. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show's on the way.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
When you've had too much to drink, there's certain things to keep in mind. Like if you find your hands and underarms are bleeding, your beer bottle might not have a twist-off cap. And don't ever go home with a woman they call Moose or Vince. And never bet that you can fit your head inside a glove compartment. Get drunk with dignity. Keep in mind that just because a bulldog licks your face, it's not necessary to lick him back. Stay away from drinks with names like brain seizure or hippo laxative. Get drunk with dignity. If a bar has human ears nailed to the walls, don't pass out there. And if your homemade Jell-O has some goldfish in it, you use the wrong bowl. And there are phrases you must learn to avoid. Phrases like, that badge looks stupid, and I can prove these shoes are fireproof. Get drunk with dignity. Try not to drool on bikers. Don't moon a nun unless you got a real good reason. Don't get romantically involved with farm machinery. Get drunk with dignity.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Like, you can't get a regular cheeseburger in L.A. Like, if you get a cheeseburger at a restaurant in L.A., it's always a burger that was happily raised by the owner's barber, Jeff, spelled Geoff.
Of course, yeah.
I just want a cheeseburger. I want a burger made from a cow that was born and raised to be a burger. All right? I don't want a burger with dreams or hope. I want a burger that knew the deal. And I want a cheese that is 40% plastic. All right? I want a cheese that when I poop it out, I poop out a keychain.
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. It's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
Small. 7:02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. A quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X Man. Partly cloudy, stray shower, thunderstorm, high 78, currently 64 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy. Got some great music coming up all day long.
All right.
Right now, welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. June 23rd, 2020. I've already decided.
What?
I can't wait for New Year's Eve.
Oh.
I just want to kiss 2020 goodbye.
Man.
And every day, it just...
Maybe we should have a half New Year's Eve.
Oh, there you go.
At the end of June.
Well, we still got a long way to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll get to some letters in just a second. That's Josh, that's Chick, that's Ace, I'm Tom. On the big screen TV to my left, it's Pat Godwin. Already heard some great music from Pat today, and I know we got another one coming up. I'm looking forward to it, Pat.
Thank you.
Let's see now. There's my son, Willie. Willie Griswold, Chicago-based comedian. He happens to be visiting. He's going to hang out with us. And we have Christy Lee, of course. Christy, by the way, in the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. We return to the crazycockwine.com sports desk, and we have determined that Major League Baseball sort of maybe
there's going to be a season, but the players don't like it. And next year was supposed to be the negotiation year anyway. Okay. So we'll see where it ends.
So when do they start?
After the season. When do they start? July 6th. They're going to try to get everybody into training camp, and then the World Series is scheduled to begin October 23rd.
Why can't they start in training camp tomorrow?
Yeah. What are they waiting on?
I don't get it.
2021?
They can't get airfare.
Okay.
Toronto Raptors arrived in Southwest Florida on Monday, set to begin their preparations for next month's defense and restart of the NBA title. If the Raptors return to the finals, they could be in Florida for almost 4 months.
Wow.
And you remember there's going to be 18 teams in the NBA playoffs, and they're going to be divided up into 6 different...
Hey, look, I'm not doing my SATs,
in
okay?
3 different hotels.
Just move on.
That was fun when the Raptors had that season.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard and Brooks Koepka.
So is Drake going to move down there?
I bet he'll go.
I bet he probably will be.
Well, I thought they weren't having fans.
So.
Are they just going to let the celebs in?
Well, I would imagine.
That'd be the way to do it.
Got enough money, you
just
can do
get
about anything,
Just
right?
get each team's celeb. Of course, it's going to be sadder for some of the teams.
Yeah.
I bet the players' families.
We got Jack Nicholson. Who you guys got?
We got Evil Knievel Jr.
Del
Reese. I don't think Del Reese will
Della
be there.
can't make it.
Unless they just bring the canister.
Del Reese Jr.?
Ern. I'm sorry, Ern.
Brooks Koepka goes for a historic three-peat in the PGA Championship. If he does, well, he will. There won't be anybody at the park to cheer him on at Harding Park. The PGA of America confirms first major of the unusual virus year won't have spectators.
The golfers everywhere went, thank God.
Yeah, I was. I would think the one sport where you probably don't want spectators.
Yeah.
Do you ever notice when you go?
He's the man. Be the ball.
Do you ever notice when you go bowling, even when you're a kid?
You're the man.
After you release the ball and turn around, it's kind of like being on stage.
A little bit. Yeah.
This idea of yours has never caught on. So
Wait,
you want
what's
to do,
the idea?
What do you want to do? 10 minutes, like you're doing a stand-up?
No,
set?
it's just. I think I learned about self-consciousness bowling. You release the ball.
Did you bowl a lot when you were a kid?
Because all eyes were on you?
We used to go Saturday mornings, go bowling. Absolutely.
Huh.
Oh, was that your parents' do-it time?
Didn't seem to be a...
Kids at the
intimacy.
Your mother
back at the ranch.
We're going to have a bunch of moments of intimacy. And...
Well, first of all,
your mother just read the story of
first of all, a gentleman would never say such a thing. And no, my dad always worked on Saturday mornings. He'd always go downtown and work.
His girlfriend, though.
Your dad's arms were okay, though, right?
A little side dish.
So he could hold himself up, right? Okay.
My father, of course, had polio, as you know, Willie.
Yeah.
The only time you saw him, I believe, was at his funeral.
This is a funny show we're doing today. This is
Willie's not old enough to have met your dad?
He was probably, I don't know, a year old.
Wow.
You met him, but I'm sure you have no memory of it.
You know what he said to me the one time I met him at that cookout?
At his house?
And Tom
Yeah,
goes,
I remember
and
that.
this is Chick, and Bruce went, ah. That's true. That's a true story.
He must have heard of you.
Yeah.
Apparently, he'd been listening to the show.
Then my famous Your Mom story, where I switched all the
oh God
readouts on the television for dirty words.
And knowing that his mother was coming to visit?
I turned the TV on and left the room.
There was a period of time in one era of during the cable revolution in which you could take your remote control and you could label each station because the stations didn't label themselves.
Right.
Like ESPN.
Right.
It'd give you 4 spaces.
I remember having to do that.
Yes, and even though we weren't in Canada, one of the stations started with a C.
Your mom's favorite
Witty.
word.
Witty.
I believe it was 23. 23. Anyway, August 6th through the 9th, PGA Championship. Brooks Koepka goes for the three-peat. NHL has begun winnowing its possible locations. They've started to winnow locations.
Oh,
Josh,
good. I heard that the winnowing had begun.
to resume the season amid COVID-19. The Blue Jackets informed Monday that Columbus will not be one of the NHL's hub cities.
No Flavorville?
Evidently, Columbus was one of 10 finalists, including 7 in the United States. It's going to be a hub.
Is it because the sportscasters are terrified to say Columbus?
Oh, maybe so. Yeah.
Like, hey, look, we don't need the hate.
Columbus.
Can
We're
we
going to
do
have
it
to change
anywhere?
the name of the city?
You should go with the original.
Sadly, that may have been a consideration.
Probably, yeah.
Put them in the original 6, like Detroit and Boston and Chicago and Toronto.
It may be based on
The other ones?
COVID-19 stats. Who knows?
Yeah.
I just know they've had months to figure this out. I don't quite understand why they're unreeling these stories so slowly.
At least they seem to be getting along fairly well, everybody in the NHL, in terms of
I thought
you're right.
I thought if you crossed an international border, you had to do 14 days.
Boy, I thought so too. So we'll have to see.
Maybe they got a dispensation.
Maybe the Canadian.
Well, Trudeau said there would be no dispensation, but you
maybe
never
the
know.
Canadian city will host the Canadian team, so they don't have to worry about.
What if they have to play a
right?
Well,
that's
in the
not
United
likely.
States.
They're not
It's
very
unlikely.
good. They're not very good. Is what the league said. That's not really likely. We're not worried about it.
Stupid world record.
Yes.
David Rush.
Yes.
I'm sorry, who?
David Rush. We need a nickname for him. Let's give David Rush.
I've got
a
about
nickname.
7.
He set the Guinness World Record for most Hanetsuki. Hanetsuki?
I don't know.
Gesundheit.
I've never heard of it either.
Hits between 2 people in 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Hits between two. What kind of hits?
Russ explained on the website Hanetsuki is basically Japanese badminton without the net.
Oh, okay.
What about the
Using
shuttlecock?
Small wooden.
Bus driver? Just asking if it was played the same.
I think it's a
small wooden paddle.
The shuttlecock is the birdie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And isn't that the fastest moving object in sports? Isn't that the
The
famous?
shuttlecock? Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was the highlight.
Oh, that might be faster.
Yeah, it has to be faster.
That's more dangerous for sure.
He and Jonathan Hollywood Hannon volleyed back and forth to successfully break the previous record of 89 hits.
Actually, the shuttlecock is.
And I just got Pat's joke.
Yeah.
It was very good, Pat.
What'd you say, Pat?
So you talking about the bus driver?
Oh, I was going to say.
I did not get that.
Me either.
The shuttlecock is Jeffrey Epstein's private jet.
That works too.
Shuttlecock's here.
Let him unload the girls.
Rush said that while he and Hollywood were using birdies for the attempt, they dropped one and their cat stole the birdie off the ground.
Funny.
He added, fortunately, we had others to work with and,
I'm rooting for the cat in
and
this one.
still crushed their record.
All right, they did it, huh?
So there we go.
Okay.
And what do you always say about this chick?
Remember that they've set this world record. So what?
I believe Mr. Rush is going to have the record for the most records. pretty soon.
Super
He
duper.
has to be closing.
He's
in.
been on, right? We talked to him on the phone. Yeah.
You didn't
He's
care
a-
for us.
So we don't have to again, is my point.
No, as soon as he breaks the record, I want to talk to
The
him.
record for the records?
It's great. Yeah, good for him. It's he's got a book out there too. I think it's called. Let me see if I can find it. He's got a book out there.
It's called I Have Too Much Time on My Hands. It's called I Neglect My Children to Hit Badminton Thing. I don't know.
That's right. That's right.
Honey, keep those damn kids quiet. We're setting the badminton record.
I saw a video of his kids helping him do one of these things, and it's like, how about you just teach him how to fish? How about let's have a fun day with him?
Exactly.
Go to a park.
He's probably an amazing father.
Yeah, and this
Just let me have the narrative that he neglects his kids.
Oh, I love that narrative. Trust me.
this pandemic has given him time to do all this stuff. Obviously, so
No, he's a fine guy.
great juggler and et cetera.
Let's get this straight. He pays taxes.
Okay, set sports.
That is sports. That wraps her up, baby. Whatever you go, whatever you do, always.
You got it wrong, but
what am I supposed to?
Wait a minute.
How about you? Yeah. Go out and make it a great day.
Okay, the book is 21 Lessons from 21 Record Attempts.
oh, thank you.
Next.
I would love it if like record 6 was like, and then I had to get sober. Like it got really serious.
Okay,
It's
well,
not a law. We don't have to buy it, right?
No, we don't have to.
thank you very much.
Christy.
Wait a minute. Coming up, we have some requests. By the way, if you want to get in on the action, by the way, it's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
By the way, write this down. I think we should bring back the various instruments playing the sports theme. I enjoyed that very much, and it's been a while since we've done it.
I'm going to get the bassoon guys back in here.
Nope. Then you don't have to get them back in here. I believe it's available on a
Would you like to hear it on kazoo?
I would love to hear it on. or on.
How about
slide
harmonica?
whistle.
Oh, this is all very good, Tom.
Close.
He's doing the hand fart.
We've been asked to. All right. We've been asked to rename the Nuremberg Room.
Yes.
Please.
We originally called it the Nuremberg Room. 'Cause
Please stop saying Nuremberg.
it's in the glass, and it turns out that they didn't have the glass booth at Nuremberg.
No, it was the
No,
other
they didn't.
try.
So it was, so an unfortunate misstep.
A rare
So
misstep.
right now, Willie is in there, and here's a sweet letter from Janelle. She writes, subject heading, formerly the Nuremberg Room. Good morning. Just a thought. You could rename it Willie's green room, where he harvests the weed.
Oh, that's not bad.
That means you're going to smoke weed inside,
That's
right?
not bad at all.
Yeah.
Oh, we should just let Willie just hot box that.
It
room.
may be illegal, but
See
I'm
how
willing to
high
risk
you
it.
can get one morning? Yeah.
Quick problem.
What's the problem?
Why, we're here in Colorado.
Hey, man, we are the law, okay?
By the way, on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms, I only bring this up because I was asked to. We have some updates on the eaglet.
Oh.
About 1,000 yards from the radio station, there's an eagle's nest, beautiful bald eagles. The little feller that fell out of the nest is okay.
Oh, good.
And there's some beautiful shots.
How many eaglets do we have? 1, 2, how many?
I'm unclear on this. I think there may be 2 of them.
Okay.
You had some eaglets, didn't you, John?
Eaglets? I've had a few.
Wait a minute, Pat Godwin. Do you have any eaglets?
You're going to give me a second here, Tommy.
Okay.
We probably shouldn't even talk about it, right?
Right.
Yeah, too few to mention.
Do you have time?
Go ahead.
Sinatra famously loved birds.
He had his own aviary.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Egrets. I've had a few. And a cockatoo who needed attention.
Egrets.
That's what I said. I said egrets. I put them in a doobie zoo. But they didn't like that form of detention. I want to live a life that's full and crap on cars on the highway. So I opened up their cages and let them fly away.
Right.
Gorgeous.
Those nails, those notes.
Yeah, those
Thank
beautiful
you.
notes.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Good to see you, Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you,
when we
Judge.
come back, a little bit of Donnie Baker.
Oh, boy.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
24/7.
Hey, next hour, Kostaki Economopoulos is scheduled to join us via Zoom out of Los Angeles, California. When Kostaki's not calling us, he's hosting multiple streaming shows, including his Fantasy Throwback on Wednesdays involving fantasy football and 50 Toasts on Thursdays. Kind of cool. Kostaki catching up with 50 of his friends on Thursdays throughout the year 2020. 50 Toasts on Thursdays. Both streams can be found on Kostaki's Facebook page. Follow him at Funny Kostaki or go to Kostaki.com for more information. That's COSTAKI, Kostaki.com for more information. The Bob and Tom Show returns after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. PBS will still run its Independence Day special, A Capitol 4th, but only the fireworks will be live from the National Mall in Washington. Patti LaBelle, John Fogerty, Brantley Gilbert, and The Temptations will tape performances without an audience from iconic places around the country. Other performers include Trace Adkins, Andy Grammer, Lauren Alania, and Yolanda Adams. The special also will feature highlights from past years. John Stamos and Vanessa Williams will be your hosts. Brad Paisley, along with Darius Rucker, John Party, and Nelly, will separately play the first set of drive-in concerts for Live Nation next month in Indianapolis, Nashville, and St. Louis. Each vehicle will have space for tailgating. Fans can bring their own food and drinks, but no grills. Brad Paisley says the concerts aren't about money, but staying sane. He calls it a total return to life in some weird way, and we're all going to have a really good time. And Willie Nelson and his sister Bobby Nelson have written a memoir together, Me and Sister Bobby, True Tales of the Family Band. Tells the story of how the two stuck together after being abandoned by their parents as children. The Nelsons alternate chapters to give their own perspectives on the same events. The book will be out on September 15th. They're also working on a children's picture book called Sister, Brother, Family, Our Childhood in Music that will also be released in the fall. And that's your entertainment update. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show's on the way.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dear Penis, I don't think I like you anymore. You used to watch me shave Now all you do is stare at the floor. Oh, dear penis, I don't like you anymore. It used to be you and me, a paper towel and a dirty magazine. That's all we needed to get by. Now it seems things have changed, and I think that you're the one to blame. Dear penis, I don't like you anymore. He sings, Dear Rodney, I don't think I'd like you anymore. 'Cause when you get to drinking, you put me places I've never been before. Dear Rodney, I don't like you anymore. Why can't we just get a grip on our man-to-hand relationship? Come to terms with truly how we feel. If we put our heads together, we just stay home forever, dear penis. I think I like you after all. Oh, and Rodney, while you're shaving, shave my balls.
Hey, guy, it's Kid
Rodney
Tarmac.
Carrington is-
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker, man. I just wanted to let you guys know about my new part-time job. Hell, I'm giving commencement speeches to graduating classes at colleges. Really? Hey, where's my music? You know, pomp and circumcision. Anyways, man, this is easy money. Thing is, I don't lie to them like most of these people do, man.
No.
I tell them, hey, this time next year, your main concern will be whether I want fries or apple dippers with my Big Mac. It's kind of like a scared straight program and graduation all in one. And I also tell them they're leaving behind the time and place where getting laid was easier than it ever will be again for the rest of their whole lives. From here on out, man, it only gets harder, sadder, and more complicated. It's laws of nature. Look it up. Then, when the hot chicks come up to get their diplomas, I'll yell at them to flash a little boob. I swear to God I do. Donnie Baker, I put the GED in graduate. I gotta go.
Yep, 721 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks very much for joining us. Christy Lee has the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy, still a chance for a stray shower or thunderstorm late this afternoon. High 78. Clear overnight, cooler down to 60. And then a beautiful day tomorrow. Sunshine, high near 80. Maybe a pop-up thunderstorm, but very slight chance. Right now, 64.
Thanks very much, Christy. Coming up, we've got some pretty interesting stuff. The effect of binge watching on not your brain, but on your body. Also, orgies in the news.
Yep.
And organs in two different stories. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see now. Once again, June 23rd, 2020. Yep, it's still the 2020. Again, can't wait to sing Old Lang Syne on this one. No one's going to go, 2020, that was a great year. Maybe there'll be a great wine coming out of this. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, something.
There's got to be something good.
Yeah, there is. I wish this was over.
That's Christy Lee. Let's see, Chick McGee's over there. I'm Tom. That's Josh. There's Ace. Christy's in a different room, so we're socially distanced. Even more distance is Pat Godwin on the big screen TV over there. Hey, Pat.
Hi.
And Willie Griswold is in the glass booth.
Big Willie's Big Fun Room.
Over there.
I like that.
Chick got it. I think the green room is pretty good.
Big Willie's Big Fun?
Yeah, but
Big Willie's Green Room.
But then we've already got a green room where all the food is. So it's
Big Willie's hot
confusing.
dogs. Oh, we'll know the difference.
Yeah, this will be the one that reeks of pot.
Welcome to the program. I believe we've completed something resembling a sportscast.
Yes.
Or did she say greenhouse? I forget. We had a
Big Willie's Greenhouse.
Greenhouse is good.
Yeah,
She said
greenhouse.
green
Like
room.
that. Oh, she said green room?
Yeah.
Yeah, the greenhouse may be better.
How about
Yeah.
Big Willie's Come On In?
Big Willie's, come on in.
No?
I liked it.
I like the greenhouse.
Thank you.
The greenhouse.
That's very good. No, can you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Oh,
Donnie,
hey,
how are
Donnie.
you? You sound better today.
I'm good. I'm calling to let the public know. Tom, can I make a public service announcement?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I'm calling to let everybody know the Donnie Baker Super Fun Ride Park that I invented and then opened in my backyard 2 weeks ago is currently closed for renovations.
Oh, already.
Yeah, Christy, I'll tell you about that Wet n Wild Safari water ride. Well, now it's being revamped after I got my bill yesterday.
Oh.
Water bill?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure Whippy and the other neighborhood kids had a good time, Tom. You know, summer, it's hot. Maybe I could earn a fair wage, make a little profit for myself while they enjoyed, you know, the water. But I wasn't figuring I'd have to take out a second mortgage on my house and boat just to pay the water bill.
It can be steep.
Yeah.
And how are you going to charge me $7,500 for something that makes up 87% of the world's surface? Water's a mineral. It's free. I don't remember the pilgrims being charged the way we are.
Uh-huh.
You know, God put the water here. You don't go charging me for the dandelions in my yard. How are you going to charge me for the water that comes out natural out of my garden hose, dumbass? Just unchristian. And also, the slip and slide is currently under reconfiguration.
Oh, how come?
Is there an accident?
Well, the routers kept flying over the 90-degree bank turn my cousin Lonnie built and landed on my neighbor's barbed wire.
Ooh.
I'm like, if you're leaking, get yourself a Band-Aid. But no, they'd rather make a scene, talk about lawsuits and liability and tetanus. Also, to save money on a slip and slide, Crisco is going to be used now instead of water.
Oh.
Everybody knows the tub of Crisco do the work thousands of gallons of waters with.
Sure.
Get your tan on better.
Sure.
Oh, and spoiler alert, apparently little Mikey Adams can't keep his little mouth shut because I got a visit from little Oshie yesterday after he let his mom in on the little mishap that happened in the hatchet throwing booth.
Uh-oh.
You know, I warned him when he paid his money that I advised against wearing flip-flops, but he wouldn't listen. But at least now his new nickname, Three-Toed Mikey, sounds a whole lot cooler than just Little Mikey. So
I agree.
Yeah, I
That's
do
good nickname.
Good story.
Still can't get over the city charging me that damn much for water. You know, when every fast food restaurant I've ever been to offers free refills. I've never paid for a refill, ever.
Huh.
Hell, I still got a cup that says Toy Story 2 on it. I swear to God. I gotta go.
Thank you very much. Now, I believe we're going to shift gears and visit
Yes.
Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Christy.
Hey guys, want to attract women? Well, a study has found that men who like cats are less likely to get a date.
Huh.
Researchers from Colorado State University found women are less likely to swipe right on dating profile photos of men posing with cats. This finding based on showing over 700 women photos of two men pictured with and without a feline companion. 38% of women shown cat-free photos said they would casually date the subject. 37% say they would consider a serious relationship with the man.
But isn't this because men who own cats speak like this?
The dating chances for the same man dropped 33% when he was holding a cat.
It's my fur baby.
So I'm sorry. So if the guy's got a cat, 33% fewer women would.
That's fine. We don't want
Yes.
those women anyway, do we, Puss Puss?
Study authors wrote, men holding cats were viewed as less masculine, more neurotic, agreeable and open, and less dateable.
Puss Puss likes it when I hold the fish in my mouth. She comes over and eats it right out of my mouth.
Pussy king, pussy king, pussy king, pussy king, pussy king, pussy king.
Who are you?
Everybody knows I'm the pussy king.
They added long-held cultural stereotypes about cat and dog owners may also play into these results.
That's pretty staggering.
That is pretty staggering.
That's noticeable, yeah.
Now, Willie, you said on your profile on these dating sites, you're standing there with your grandmother?
That's like, you can do like 5 or 6 pictures. So it's like one of me, and that's like a good.
It's not my mom. She's deceased. That'd be awkward.
Yeah, no, she's dead. That'd be fun.
You do. Willie holding the urn.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So
I don't
then,
want a picture with Grandma. Shut up and keep digging. Yeah.
Are there a lot of dudes with holding cats and dogs?
I don't see the dudes. I only see the
He's
ladies.
not swiping on men.
Oh, you can't see
Not on Grindr.
I don't know how these things work. Okay.
I don't know. My buddies, I mean, they're all like neurotic stand-up comedians, so they have probably pictures of them on stage some people want to get a picture. Like the Laugh Factory, for example, has a very recognizable background. So a lot of guys that I know will put their Laugh Factory show pictures as their Tinder profile.
Christy, you want to take this one for me?
What?
You see a guy either holding a bass guitar or standing on stage at the Laugh Factory, and you say,
No way. Left.
I think being a stand-up's a little higher than owning a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
a stand-up with a cat
neon
on
thing
stage.
saying no health insurance or income.
Can I sleep on your couch between dates? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you own a cat, you're less likely to get
Men.
men.
I
okay.
wonder how it would be if a woman was holding a cat.
I don't think anyone gives a crap. To be honest.
No one cares.
That's a pretty fascinating statistic. So if you want to get a little frisky, don't get a little frisky. How does this work?
That works.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well, the good news is, if a woman has a cat in the picture, you already know what her apartment's going to smell like.
That would be
Got that going for
something,
you.
I would think.
Ammonia. Oh. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, Lou Brown, the former manager of the Cleveland Indians.
Lou, how's it going? I hear baseball's coming back.
Well, I guess by now you've heard some of the proposed rules changes if it ever returns, like starting extra innings with a runner on second base. Well, I've come across a few more rules that are being discussed.
Oh, got some more one? Oh, I'd love to hear them.
Due to COVID-19, all autographs will now be done by text message.
That's interesting, yeah.
No more head-first slides without a mask. Players must stay 6 feet apart during all bitch-clearing brawls. Sadly, players will no longer be permitted to share the same road beef. So all of you baseball buddies who've enjoyed a London Bridge or Devil's Triangle over the years will no longer be able to experience an old-fashioned 6-4-3.
That's a shame.
And last but not least, the Houston Astros will be required to sanitize trash cans between stealing sides.
I see. Now, Coach, do you think you'll go back to managing if this season?
I don't know. Check out a set of white walls. I'll get back with you.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Coach,
You have a good day.
Thanks,
Skip.
Should I know what the 6-4-3 is?
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
Well, it's just another slang term for two guys and a girl, right?
Well, but in baseball terms, it's
second,
double play, isn't it?
Yeah, it's third base to short, 4 is second base, 3 is first base, 6 is third base, right?
So this isn't a
5
sex
is
thing.
shortstop. Well, no, he was.
I mean, he was referring to it.
He was referring it
because there are three people involved.
6-4-3 is a classic double play.
Because I'm sitting here going, okay, that doesn't add up to 69.
No, it doesn't.
What am I missing?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Speaking of 69 and 3 ways. And
There's 5 the third baseman and 6 is the shortstop.
It goes pitcher, catcher, right?
Yeah,
And then
1,
first,
2,
second, third.
4 shortstops.
Oh.
I forget.
Yeah.
You guys still awake?
What the hell are
Oh
you
yeah, we're very
okay. Very good.
You asked.
Okay, I thought it was a sex term, an orgy thing.
He took a baseball term and made it a sex term.
That's
Speaking
right.
of orgies, a New York City sex club is adding strict safety protocols in order to reopen amid the pandemic. As Manhattan enters phase 2 following the coronavirus lockdown, the Soho-based sex club called NSFW, New Society for Wellness, is requiring members to take their temperatures at the door, bring a change of clothes in a plastic bag, and wear a mask as well as gloves. It's also providing sanitizing stations throughout their space and instituting a new no new play policy, meaning members can only have sex with the partners they came with. Well, what's the point?
Yeah.
Wow.
From Christy,
exactly.
You offered that real quick.
So it's essentially just a voyeurism thing now.
They're also limiting attendance to 20 members or 10% of the space's capacity. Yeah, so it's not really an orgy, is it?
Although the guy with the 6-foot penis.
6-foot penis?
Yeah, he'll be
He
fine.
can socially distance.
He can't wear pants, right?
Oh, boy, he can't do a lot of things.
Finally,
Stay home.
They were laughing at him all these years.
Yeah.
And now.
Here comes jump rope.
Not to be crass, wouldn't he have to be 6'1" so they could stay 6 feet away and do a little tip play?
Yeah.
There he is, the sniper of comedy.
Willie with the slide into home. Wow.
Yeah, the 6-4-3 is the most common double play in baseball.
Okay.
And 6 is third base.
Oh, so it's not I thought it was some kind of sex thing. Because you guys, you know all about all those exotic.
Sex things?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Josh, you have at the tip of your.
What do you want to know about? You ever had a San Diego thank you?
No, but it sounds terrible.
You could
How about the
create these.
rear admiral? How about that? You ever
You
do
could
the rear
create these.
admiral?
You could actually develop a formula to create these things. You could take any word at a city. You've got the Cleveland Steamer. You
Right.
could pretty much take any town and add
Sure.
something to it.
Yes.
That's the fun of it.
Wow. You ever had the Kokomo ballpoint? Tell you what, you'll do that once.
So it's location and noun. I
Yes,
like
That's
it.
right, yeah.
But you could build any of them. It's kind of like naming horses.
Right.
Did you ever play that game? Is it the name of a horse or an alternative rock band?
yeah, I love that. Yeah.
It's very tough to tell. Very tough to tell.
Very
the difference.
If you run into the guy with the 6-foot penis, you might need a lube, right?
Probably.
Now the world of sexual lubricants has gone a different direction from bacon to kosher. For the first time, Orthodox Jews can buy sexual lubricants that have been declared kosher. The company, Wet, has created an array of lubes, including 8 lines that have been given a religious stamp of approval, including its ecstasy product.
Oh.
Essentially, the kosher designation means the lubes can be orally ingested, thus giving the go-ahead for intimate oral activities.
How about that? Now that's intimacy.
Yeah, there you go. Up until now, apparently, those of the Jewish faith that are keeping kosher
Yeah.
have been limited to, for seafood, lox and smoked salmon. No live, you know what I'm talking
Right,
about.
yeah.
Okay. That is really funny that they have to do that. Because that's a food thing where it has to be blessed and everything, right?
Guess.
Yeah, so that'd be an odd phone call to make. Hey, Rabbi, can you come over to Lube City and watch how we make this stuff? Make sure it's
Here's
kosher?
a naive question.
Oh,
It's going
hey.
to make me look stupid or whatever, but are you ingesting lube? Who does that?
Well,
I
let's say
think the notion is if you're doing the 6-4, what was it again?
643.
If you're doing the 6-4-3,
right.
there may be some contact between your.
Yeah, if second base goes to home plate, you might get a little.
All right.
Yeah, ground balls hit to shortstop, second base, first base.
Yeah.
That's 6-4-3.
Okay, but I think what you're saying, Willie, is if first base ends up in third.
Yeah, I was referencing if anything in the mouth touches a butt. That's what I was trying to say.
Whoa, okay.
That's right.
Oh, okay. I was that. That's
No wonder I'm so naive.
So much for code.
I was
So much for code.
So you've never gotten any sort of
several inches away from that analogy.
You've never gotten any sort of delay cream on your tongue and it got numbed up? Never done that?
No.
Okay.
That was delay cream.
Yeah, that
I'm on
numbing agent.
SSRIs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There's no delay cream for me.
I'm wondering, do they have?
We're going to be here a while.
Yeah.
I want to read the rest of this article. I can't find it. If other religions have similar proscriptions on what can be used and what can't, and if they have to.
I know Catholics insist on condoms.
They got a thing about that.
Wait a minute.
That would be wrong.
I thought they just used holy water.
No, they're real sticklers. I mean ticklers about that.
Here it is, Amazon The Wet Store. That's the name of it.
How about that? Is it just WET?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
My women don't need lube.
That's right.
Nice.
oh,
Can
juicy.
you imagine those guys out there?
Possibly a rain.
No woman I've ever been with.
It's like a rainforest, though.
Possibly a raincoat. They could get that. But
Got news for you guys.
Yeah, a lot of.
I just want to say there is a little footnote to this. I have a joke I can't do. I can't really think of a way to get through this one. But there you go. Anyway, kosher lube, it's out there. Remember, we had the bacon lube in here.
Yeah, we did for a long time.
Someone brought that in when everything. Remember that era when everything suddenly had bacon in it?
Yes.
Every wine, every liquor, okay. Well, it's all out there, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up, we have Dick Hits Water. We have opera. We have what's happening with all this binge watching. And in case 2020 wasn't bad enough, something else is about to happen.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah, you'll be thrilled when you hear this. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
This is one of my favorite tunes, by the way.
Tom's going to do one of his big hits.
Oh, yeah. It is, actually. It's one of
a huge hit.
One of the better ones. Yeah, all set over there, Tom?
I beg your pardon? Who are you speaking to?
Oh.
It's that strange European accent that
Yes,
you can't
indeed.
quite place.
Yes, hello.
I'm sorry, your name, sir?
Bonjour.
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 Good morning, Mr. Bonjour.
Oh, that's very funny.
Oh, yeah, we said.
You must be the chick, the funny one.
See, at the...
It's Peter Merritt, isn't it? Or
I think it is Peter Merritt.
Peter Merritt.
something
Yes.
like that?
Yes. That would be very funny.
He's the crappy artist, isn't he?
Dick Merritt? Yeah.
Ricardo Merritt. Yes.
Ricardo Merritt.
Excuse me, darling. I hate to interrupt you, but there's something I must tell you. I will sing for you now. In a minute.
Let it come around.
I will sing after the band comes around.
It's the band's fault.
If you find yourself in Holland, they'll say to you, how yaman? In France, they'll say, fermez la gueule. In Athens, you'll hear scarmont. In Berlin, it's Helden Sie die Schnauzer! In Jakarta, it's simply bon com. Let me translate for you, darling. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Coming around again.
Has there ever been a topic on which you don't expound? Has there ever been a moment when your mouth wasn't making a sound? Have you ever had the feeling that you might have said enough? I am begging you, my darling, shut up, shut up, shut up. Day or night, it does not matter. You still want to shoot the breeze. When I hear your constant chatter, I'm thinking, someone shoot me, please! Maestro! Now we are in the bedroom, so comfortably inclined. But the only intercourse we're having is the conversational kind. There's just one way to stop you from blabbering so much. Say hello to Mr. Johnson and shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Ah, bravo.
Fermez la douche.
Yes.
Bonjour.
Laird Chevalier.
Laird Chevalier.
Uh-huh.
Maurice Chevalieris. Thank you. Maurice Chevalieris is the name of that character.
He can't do the money shot. Hot, now he's not. He can do the money shot, 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 shot. Ooh, the money shot. He grew up in Nebraska. Saved his money mowing lawns so he could go out west. 'Cause he always liked the movies. He couldn't act and get called back till one day at the county pool. A talent agent discovered him, said he had the stuff, told him he was hot. Now he's not. He can't show him what he's got. He can't do the money shot. Hot. Now he's not. He can do the money Shot, shot, shot.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Now, we've got a couple of heads in here that have a lot of skin on them. One would be mine. The other would belong to Clint Howard, actor. Now, are you in every one of your brother Ron Howard's movies?
Oh, no, there's been a lot. Actually, the one that stopped the streak was, Ransom. And then I wasn't in Beautiful Mind, and I wasn't in any of the Da Vinci Code movies.
Did that hurt your feelings?
Can I say it pisses me off?
Yeah, of course you can.
Sure.
Your honesty is wonderful and refreshing.
I found out that I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
44 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Coming up, we have a pretty amazing story about a guitar that sold for $6 million. And another one that I think was, a mere...
$6 million.
Over $500,000.
Yeah, okay. Coming up in the news. Also, coming up today, we have alligators and skateboarders and binge watching. And in case 2020 hadn't been treating you bad enough, we have another little charming thing on the same. It's kind of on the same level as a plague. Just in case the one we have isn't bad enough, you'll be thrilled to find out about that.
It'll be like living in a rock polisher.
But some sweet Grateful Dead news for you Dead fans out there, Deadheads. There's going to be a way for you to smell even better coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. You know what I need? I need a dose of humor.
Oh, yeah?
Notice I'm looking at Ace.
I'm ready.
Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day from our engineer, Ace Cosby. Across the way, it's Chick McGee.
Hello.
Over there in the OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair, it's Josh Christie's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Hi, everybody.
Willie is over there in the greenhouse.
I like that.
Yeah.
That works pretty well.
Works real well.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pat Godwin is in exile.
Yep.
In Elba.
That's where they did
the Elba room.
They did
The Elba room.
Yeah, the elbow.
The Elba room. Does that work for anybody? Is that right? The old Napoleon thing?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yes?
Elba, yeah.
Got no laughs at all? Okay, good. Glad I thought of that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, this show is about contemporary culture on the 23rd of June, 2020. And who better than to comment than Ace Cosby? They used to call it the Ace Cosby joke of the day. It's more like an op-ed from heaven. Ace, what do you got?
Well, growing up, you don't know this. I wanted to be a blacksmith.
Oh, really?
So I went to visit one, and he asked me if I ever shoot a horse. I said, no, but I told a donkey to go home.
Wow, look at Tom.
Truly stupid. There's kind of there's sort of a misdirection there. Anybody get uncomfortable? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Tom. No one would do that if you didn't point it out.
I thought it was SHOO, but hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Gloria Holstein. And this is some other news.
Hello.
Big gal. A 13-year-old boy in Texas caught an 800-pound tiger shark last week. Micah Harless of Weatherford reeled in the nearly 12-foot-long shark. It weighed in at 844 pounds.
Oh.
The kid is going to have it stuffed and then mounted above his mantle at home. That should really blow his brother's T-ball participation trophy out of the water.
I would think so.
For the record, in Texas, any fish under 1,000 pounds is considered a minnow.
Okay. Everything's bigger.
Yeah.
Actress and entrepreneur Gwyneth Paltrow has introduced her latest candle. It's called This Smells Like My Orgasm. She says it was inspired by her own body odors, much like her previous candle called This Smells Like My Vagina, which was previously sold under the name Smells Like Chris Martin's Beard.
Beard.
Ms. Paltrow also intends to introduce a combo candle that smells like her vagina and her rectum. Insiders say she's merely relabeling the previous candle called Outhouse on Fisherman's Wharf.
All right.
Well.
Refreshing snack.
Okay, we back? Here we go. Great. Okay. By the way, for the record, last week I was banned from the stationary bike at the gym.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, hey, hold on here. We got more about Gwyneth Paltrow's candle. Hang on, gang. Let's go back. The teleprompter jumped. You know, incidentally, she has a battery-powered version of the orgasm candle called This Smells Like My Fake Orgasm Candle.
Okay, all right. Thank God you went back.
Much better in order. But we'll go ahead, won't we? By the way, for the record, last week, here we go. I was banned from the stationary bike at the gym, he says. Well, in retrospect,
heard that before.
Putting a baseball card in the spokes was a bad idea. Plus, mounting a horn on my bike and yelling, "Move it, Grandpa!" at the guy in front of me was also ill-advised. Rhode Island strip clubs are now allowed to open, but dancers are hesitant to work. Frank DeLuca, the owner of Club Fantasies in Providence, said only one performer showed up when the club opened for outdoor dancing last week. DeLuca said most dancers are reluctant to go back to work since they cannot offer lap dances to customers due to coronavirus restrictions. Their stripping is limited to pole dancing. You know, if you ask this reporter, a pole dance outdoors feels too much like a sacrifice to King Kong. And it's not a stripper pole. It's a wooden telephone pole. It's like giving a lap dance to Pinocchio. Pulling dollar bills out of your garter has to be more rewarding than pulling splinters out of your upper thighs.
Ouch,
yeah.
David Rush has set the Guinness World Record for the most ping pong balls bounced into a pint glass in 1 minute. He was able to sink 16 ping pong balls into a pint glass in 60 seconds, crushing the previous record of 12. Well, now we know who isn't getting picked last in beer pong again. And for breaking the record, he got to take home a goldfish. His kids report that he has set another world record, most embarrassing dad. Chick once saw a stripper with a similar ping pong ball record, but the description of that event is not safe for work.
I see.
At all, yeah.
An 83-year-old nudist in the UK has questioned whether he is truly naked if he wears a face mask. Mr. Stuart Haywood says that he's planning to visit nudist camps when they reopen as lockdown orders are being lifted. I noticed in the accompanying news photos that Mr. Haywood is wearing glasses. Hey, dumbass, guess what? Hey, Stu, try walking into a public pool wearing just a face mask and see what the charges are. That should answer your question. Yeah. You notice you never meet 27-year-old nudist named Ashley. She's a gorgeous yoga teacher with 38 double Ds. No, the nudist is always guys like 83-year-old Stuart Haywood with his sack stuck to his liver-spotted thighs. I prefer not to see this guy, but it doesn't bother me. An 83-year-old penis is like a decommissioned cannon. I don't care if I see it in the park. Finally, an upstate New York man has been arrested for displaying a wooden penis sculpture in his yard. James Gagne has been locked in a dispute with the town of Wilton over plans for his workshop. Gagne erected the 7-foot penis statue he made from a pine tree in his front lawn as a form of protest. Pine? I would have gone with a hardwood.
Bada bing.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Gloria Holstein, and this has been Some Other News.
Gloria Holstein.
Yeah. Interesting name, yeah.
She
big girl.
When she does the show, it's the news. It's amazing. Christy Lee remains at her post. And Christy, what else have you got over
One
there?
of Kurt Cobain's guitars sold for a record-breaking $6 million at auction. Cobain played the 1959 Martin D18E during Nirvana's 1993 MTV Unplugged performance, and that was just 5 months before his death. The guitar was sold to Australian Peter Friedman, owner of Rode Microphones, at the Music Icons event run by Julian's Auctions. Bids opened at $1 million for the sale that ended up breaking several world records. A day earlier, the same auction event, Prince's Blue Angel Cloud 2 guitar sold for $563,500, well over the $100,000 to $200,000 it was expected
That's
to
a
fetch.
guitar that if you saw it, you'd recognize it, probably.
The Blue Angel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the sort of flared thing coming off.
Gotcha.
Also Friday, a macrame belt that Elvis wore about 30 times on stage brought in nearly 10 times its expected price with a final bid of $298,000.
Wow.
Man, some retiree just lost their home. And an ivory gown worn by Madonna in her 1990 Vogue video sold for $179,200.
Huh.
That's a lot of
Don't
money.
let your cat get near that thing.
Oh. Wow.
$6 million guitar.
Wow.
And I was talking to Dean about this, and it's not an especially rare guitar, but it would probably, he said he's found one, was it $6,500? In other words, if it hadn't been played by Kurt Cobain in them.
On TV,
One of the most famous specials of all time on TV. So $6 million.
Gosh.
Man, oh man.
It's breaking all the records. By the way, the mop used to clean up the mess went for $40.
Brutal.
Brutal.
Yes,
Francis
brutal.
Bean, I hope you're not listening.
Wow.
Absolutely brutal.
You love that joke you just told, Dad. You love that joke.
I can't think. I didn't think it was going to get any worse, but now. Wow.
Should we do the update on the Grateful Dead deodorant?
Nope, we'll come back
Okay.
with it.
Let's take a break.
Pat, we've got a
was
song
hoping
up
it would
next.
smell better.
I'm ready. I got an idea for you when we come
me a
back.
clue.
Your clue is going to
Sounds
be
like-
eins, zwei, drei.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, that's your clue.
All right.
Everybody get ready.
Something French.
Michelle by the Beatles?
No, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, DoD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission, insured by NCUA. This is the Bob and Tom Show. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. Ace Cosby's your host. We call it Bob and Tom's Work Farce. All the fun without really too much effort. Keep it right here on Bob and Tom 24/7 after the Bob and Tom Show. Keep your smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing what you're up to as you roll through this Tuesday, June 23rd with us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Protesters tried to pull down a statue of President Andrew Jackson near the White House Monday night before being dispersed by police. Washington TV reports police used pepper spray to move protesters out of Lafayette Square, where the Jackson statue is located. Videos posted on social media show protesters climbed on the statue, tied ropes around it, then tried to pull it off its pedestal. The 19th century president's ruthless treatment of Native Americans had made his statue a target of demonstrators protesting the United States' legacy of racial injustice. The Jackson statue remains on its pedestal right now. Residents prayed for peace and remembered their loved ones on the 75th anniversary of the end of the Battle of Okinawa. One of the bloodiest conflicts of World War II was fought on the southern Japanese island that still has a heavy U.S. troop presence. The governor of Okinawa said the conflict must be remembered acutely for future generations. The ceremony, which was held to remember 200,000 who died in the fighting near the war's end, more than half of some 50 U.S. troops stationed in Japan today are in Okinawa. And China launched the final satellite in its Bidiao constellation that emulates the U.S. global positioning system. The satellite navigation system is a further step in China's advance as a major space power. The launch of the satellite on board a Long March 3 rocket was broadcast live from a base in the mountains of southwestern China. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show's on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Yes. Grateful Dead are teaming up with North Coast Organics to announce an official Grateful Dead branded line of deodorant.
Deodorant?
Yes.
So, just real quick, in case you were wondering if the 60s were over, this makes it official.
I thought for sure you were going to say marijuana.
Nope.
They don't have a grilled cheese scent?
They should have
Twirly Girl?
bad marijuana and patchouli.
Girl, yeah. Now, they already had a deodorant, the Grateful Dead. If you remember, for a while there, they had Uncle John's Band Roll-On.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Are you a successful entrepreneur or business person who appreciates all the perks that come with success? Lavish homes, flashy cars, generous expense accounts? Well, isn't it time you attain the ultimate status symbol? Your very own personal announcer. Your friends and colleagues will be impressed when they meet this dapper gentleman with the commanding voice. He's the announcer guy.
Hi, Phil. Thanks for coming to my party. Who's this?
Hey, Cindy. Check this out. This is my very own announcer guy. Hey, announcer guy, say something.
Hello, Cindy. It's time to meet your very special party guest. Say hello to Phil Mundor. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Well, thank you. Of course, I know Phil, and nice to meet you, Mr. Announcer Guy. By the way, Phil, you look great.
Oh, thanks. I got this new suit.
Tonight, Phil is dressed for success in a fashionable hand-tailored Armani suit. With softly constructed shoulders and a slimming silhouette, Phil is comfortably attired for whatever environment he should find himself in. Retail value, $2,500. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Ooh, I wish I hadn't given the price on this.
Wow. That's great. Phil, let me get you a drink. What are you having?
You know, I think I'll have a beer.
This evening, Phil will be enjoying Dewar's on the Rocks.
What?
Dewar's, the finest blended Scotch whiskey money can buy. And as always, we remind you to please drink responsibly. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
I guess a Scotch would be okay. Thanks, announcer guy.
He's your own personal announcer, and he's only available from Bob and Tom Enterprises, a division of Frigamall Industries.
You get more respect.
801 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We have some sunshine out there. Stray shower, thunderstorm this afternoon possible. High 78. Less humidity tomorrow. Mainly sunny. High near 80. Currently 66 degrees.
And Christy, anything else from you, please?
Yeah. Do you know that there's a Beat It or Cash It event going on right now at Westgate? That's right. You're not going to find a better deal than you'll get right now at Westgate. If they can't beat the new vehicle deal you'll get at any local Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram dealer.
Then no.
What? I'm sorry.
I thought it was no one can.
You know who went to Westgate?
They'll pay you $2,500.
Christy Lee fixed her up. Jess Hooker went to Westgate.
She had a beautiful Wrangler, didn't she?
Wrangler. Couldn't be happier. Oh, yeah.
Come to Westgate. You have nothing to lose, so much to gain. They're located out on the west side off Highway 40 next to the Coles in Plainfield. Online at westgateauto.com. It's the Beat It or Cash It event.
You got to get
the
in there,
lowest price, or you're on the way to the bank with $2,500.
You've been out Jeeps, Josh.
Yeah, just Jeeped you.
Just Jeeped you. Just Jeeped you. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see now. June 23rd, 2020.
There you go.
The quarantine continues. Sort of. Happy to be here. Here's the big room, the big radio room with Ace Cosby, Chick McGee, Josh Arnold. This is Tom speaking through the glass.
A really big room.
There's Willie in the greenhouse, we're calling it now. Christy Lee is over there. That's officially the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Pat Godwin is around the corner in the other building with his guitar. We can see him on the big screen over there. And Pat, we had some weird story out of New York. Apparently they're opening up some orgy place in New York, but
it's a sex club, yes.
They're going to have to do socially distant Socially distanced orgies.
You can only have sex with the person you came with.
Well, by definition. Wait a minute, never mind. BYO. Well, the point is, that got me thinking about the. Remember the story we had about the German sex club?
Yeah.
And they had to evacuate the place. There was a fire alarm.
There was a fire. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying to think. Didn't we have a?
Viva frightened.
Did you have a little tune about that?
Yeah, that was about the neighborhood that had their own little swingers club in Germany there. So I dig this little song. I hope you enjoy it. There's a little club in our neighborhood. I begged my wife to go there. She finally said she would. We gave the secret password. They opened up the door. Naked people everywhere, rolling on the floor. Und they were swinging. Yeah, they were swinging.
Swinging.
We stepped inside. Next thing I know, my wife's completely bare. In a pile of people, with her legs up in the air, just a swinging.
Swinging.
Yeah, she was swinging.
Quite swinging.
Just then my neighbor wife, yeah, she shot me wink. She stood there by the keg, man's that frog could drink. We guzzled down our brewskis, my speech was getting slurred. Then she took off her top and unleashed her Hindenburgs, and they were swinging.
Oh,
swinging. Mein Gott, they were swinging. You're losing your energy there, everyone. I looked down at my schwans, but it wouldn't do a thing. Too much St. Pauli girl, and it will not go swing. It wasn't swinging.
No swinging.
My wife's still swinging.
She's a swinger.
Her Farfik-Nugan must be stinging. She's still swinging. It's my German character.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. My name is Hans Tide.
I like it. Hans Tide.
Danke.
At the origin.
We have an extra, sports extra. Tom.
Is this the sports extra theme?
Sports Extra.
There you go.
Well, yeah, but it's not it's
a world record.
World record.
All right, well, it's both. You got to play both.
An 11-year-old boy in Brazil has officially earned a Guinness World Record title for being the first skateboarder to land a 1080 on a vertical ramp.
This is cool. Have you seen this?
No.
Yes.
This is wild.
What's a 1080?
It's a 360.
It's like a 6'4" tax form. Yes.
Or a
so
tax
it's three turns?
Yeah. So a 360 would be one full turn.
Right.
Right?
So I think that Tony Hawk has done 2.5.
Oh, really?
And this kid, who's like 10 or what 12?
He's 11. Yeah.
Has anybody told Tony Hawk he's 61 yet?
I went to see Tony Hawk.
He's still amazing.
He is incredible.
Yeah, it's 3 full turns. That's right.
Guy Coury.
Jeez.
But this kid has the advantage of being
what, 50
11?
pounds?
Yeah. There's a little the physics of
Yeah.
this.
I wouldn't. He worked very hard. Don't say he had the advantage just because.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. If you see this thing, it's incredible.
On a skateboard.
Yes.
He made 3 full rotations in the air before landing on the vertical ramp. Since then, Guinness has officially recognized the young skater as the first skateboarder to land a 1080 on a vertical ramp. Thanks to school closures during the pandemic, Guy has been able to practice his passion, training for up to 3 hours a day, and accomplish the test. Unfortunately, he can't read or write.
Oh, yeah, that's a shame.
At the age of 4, he started training at the YMCA at Encinitas, California, Great Mall there. And by 5, he was dropping in on half pipes, vaulting above the lip of the vertical ramp at high speeds. He's now practicing towards a, holy hell, 1260? That's 3.5 turns in the air.
I bet he'll do it.
And when you see this,
Hope his parents have good insurance.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When he goes really high, and obviously he's very good at it, but you think if something goes wrong, he's going to be plummeting.
But he's had to have had it go wrong.
Oh, sure.
I mean, imagine.
Yeah.
And these guys, they know how to fall.
They do. You're exactly right.
And that's where he has a little advantage over Tony Hawk. When you're 60, and
right.
Hurts a lot more somehow.
But he does benefit from being, a tiny little person at 11. So,
yeah,
it's amazing, but just amazing. And then they have to grab the board, and Plus, he started out at the YMCA, so that's a victory for the village people. Got
It
that
is,
going.
yeah.
Got that
Of
going
course,
for him. I'm a big fan.
So silly.
Peaks at 11. It's all downhill from here.
Chick, I guess we're just getting nonstop windbags, you and I.
About the double play?
Yeah,
combo?
earlier 643 was mentioned, and we eventually got it right, I think.
I think we did get it right eventually.
Oh, that's because
People want their
Coach
pound of
Lou
flesh.
Brown called, and he mentioned a sex move called the 643.
Right, which is based on the double play. And well, Brandon says, Chick and Josh, you absolute moron. If sports knowledge were gasoline, you wouldn't have enough to fuel a pissant's go-kart around a Cheerio track.
This is my new favorite letter writer. I love this guy. I love this guy. What's his name again?
Brandon.
New vice president of the Junior Windbag Society.
Oh, man. Well, that's really something.
Okay, now let's try this again here, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Identify this song, please.
Oh, I know. Boy, there are like three, but it's
a little bit.
It's Uncle John's band, I think.
Yeah. There you go. Very good. Little Grateful Dead from Working Man's Dead.
Yeah, it sounded a little like Bob Seger.
I thought it was Sunshine Go Away today.
Yeah, like that too. Similar, yeah.
No, I didn't give you much of it, but
that's all right.
That era where the Dead came out with, what is it, American Beauty and Working Man's Dead, two great albums, and they're in the news for the weirdest thing, and we got a little bit of an update from yesterday. What have you got over there, Christian?
Yeah, the Grateful Dead are teaming up with a company called North Coast Organics and releasing an official Grateful Dead line of deodorants. North Coast Organics Grateful Dead deodorants include 5 scents that reference the band's music: Skull and Roses, Sunshine, Working Man's, Timber, and Unscented. The handmade all-natural deodorant is made from vegan ingredients that are also edible, in case you get into a bind, as well as gluten-free.
Yeah, when have you ever
PBA,
said to yourself,
aluminum,
boy,
and
sure, I'm
soy-free.
hungry. I think I'm going to go grab my stick deodorant and have a bite.
If anybody does, it's somebody tripping balls at a dead time.
This could be the same thing as the kosher lube. Like, you don't know you need it to be edible until you need it.
Yeah,
you take some
I
acid,
guess.
you go down on some girl's armpits.
Each stick of deodorant can be purchased online for $19.99.
And I've been to enough Grateful Dead shows to know that BO is a serious problem. You got people that have been traveling in a van for the whole summer.
Closed van, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they should.
Windows up, hot boxes.
Maybe they should name one of the. What are the names, like Skull and Roses? And,
Skull and Roses, yeah. What was it? Working Man's.
Okay, yeah, they should
Sunshine,
name,
Timber.
Cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
No
they should name them like Hate Assberry.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's funny.
That's good.
What else? Living. What'd you say? A closed van.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, you had a musing, and Willie just said, "Hey, that's funny." Would you rather him
Instead
do
of
that?
laughing.
Would you rather him do that than laugh? What,
Well, it wasn't funny enough to make me. It was clever, I guess.
This show has become a contest between son and dad.
Oh yeah, I know. And we've got a front row seat.
Yes, we sure do.
If this keeps up, Willie's going to be using Cherry Garcia as deodorant. Was that the first crossover for the Dead where they?
I'm going to say, well, maybe the ties.
The
but that
ice
was
cream.
just-
No,
that was
Jerry
just
made
Jerry,
the ties.
right?
Yeah, I think it was Ben and Jerry, sure.
Cherry Garcia ice cream, which
Was
is
Jerry
great.
alive when he made the ties?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, those are great ties too. No, and he obviously had to approve Cherry Garcia, but I wonder what lasts longer, the effectiveness of the deodorant or the average Grateful Dead concert. They should make one that smells like weed. Why not?
Yeah, there's plenty enough of that already.
Yeah, do you really want more of that smell?
I think so. Hey, Willie, you holding? Smells like it.
Speaking of plants, do we have time for one more?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get it. We'll get it in a few minutes.
I'll come back for it.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see what the artwork looks like on the Grateful Dead deodorant. I'll let you know when I get it when I find it.
Bated breath over here.
Well, oh, here it is. I just found it. Oh, it's nice. It's very good.
You know what? We don't need a play-by-play of you looking for something on the internet.
This is radio.
That's what you do every day.
I do not.
You do it constantly.
You yell at me long enough, so I don't do it.
You do it every day.
Well, I'm going to do it now,
We'll
by
be
God.
talking about something. Oh, look what I found.
Oh, look
at
over
this.
here.
Look at this
Yeah.
clickbait. Then we have
That's
to wait
right.
for it to pop up.
Josh, don't you miss when it was me and my dad fighting? And I my dad.
Well, every now and then we got to kick it old school. So
Now, Willie had a nice shave the other day. I want to thank Willie was trying to grow a, what do you call them, a COVID-19 mustache?
I was just trying to grow a mustache.
Oh, he did shave. I totally missed it.
Yeah, I was trying to be a man. I was trying to be a big boy for the first time in my life.
You can still try. You can let it go. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Your stash looked like the one Prince had on the cover of his first album. Not good. Harry's razors are here to help. In fact, Harry's has got the best offer ever for your grooming needs to keep you covered. You can join the 10 million guys who have tried Harry's. It's the Harry's trial set. It's going to cost you about $3. I'll just get right to the point here. Use the code Bob and Tom by going to harrys.com. And the beauty of this is Harry sends it to you. So you don't have to go into the drugstore and get behind Harry McPlague as he touches everything. I'll put this one back. So here's what you do. You go to harrys.com, and they're knocking $5 off the price of this thing. So for $3, you're getting the razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover. Once again, $3 plus. How much is the shipping, Josh?
It's free.
It's free. This is go to harrys.com. Once again, the code is Bob and Tom. It'll help you. It'll help us. It'll help Harry's. That's harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom for the razor made of the finest steel there is, the weighted handle, brilliantly designed, the foaming shave gel with just the right touch of a scent, and the travel cover. $3 plus free shipping at Harry's. A couple guys had a great idea. We can make razors and make them more efficiently and make them more economically, and we'll pass the savings on to you. That's Harry's. Harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom. $3 and free shipping. So check out the Harry's program. I think you're going to really like it. When we come back, Christy, give me the teaser.
Oh, boy, we have plants in the news in a very weird way. We have a Sahara dust blanket headed toward the United States, and a couple have donated organs to the same man. But 16 years apart.
Some guys get all the luck, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to hoard them. Yeah. Hoarding organs.
Okay. And we'll be back and check in with Willie. What is it again? A hanger 6 in the greenhouse? What is it again?
It was an 8-inch hanger, and it was terrifying.
Okay, the 8-inch hanger in the greenhouse. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Josh. Just getting ready to do some yard work. I wanted to tell you real quick about bobandtomstore.com. My gosh, it's the place for you or the biggest Bob and Tom fan you know to check out some of our wares. We've got sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, the whole kit and caboodle, as they say. And, I think it's a great place to, buy gifts, get a few, just check it out. bobandtomstore.com. That's HTTPS // So check it out, bobandtomstore.com. It's real easy. Just type into your computer HTTPS / bobandtomstore.com /. My gosh, you'll find everything you might want at that site there.
Places around the country. Other performers include Trace Adkins, Andy Grammer, Lauren Alania, and Yolanda Adams. The special also will feature highlights from past years. John Stamos and Vanessa Williams will be your hosts. Brad Paisley, along with Darius Rucker, John Party, and Nelly, will separately play the first set of drive-in concerts for Live Nation next month in Indianapolis, Nashville, and St. Louis. Each vehicle will have space for tailgating. Fans can bring their own food and drinks, but no grills. Brad Paisley says the concerts aren't about money, but staying sane. He calls it a total return to life in some weird way, and we're all going to have a really good time. And Willie Nelson and his sister Bobby Nelson have written a memoir together, Me and Sister Bobby, True Tales of the Family Band. Tells the story of how the two stuck together after being abandoned by their parents as children. The Nelsons alternate chapters to give their own perspectives on the same events. The book will be out on September 15th. They're also working on a children's picture book called Sister, Brother, Family, Our Childhood in Music that will also be released in the fall. And that's your entertainment update. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom show's on the way.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
In a faraway land near St. John's lies the rugged seaport of Dildo, Newfoundland. Dildo, deeply penetrating the eastern coast of Canada, is known far and wide as the birthplace of legendary seaman Captain Dildo.
Captain Dildo is his name, the sailor we've all heard about in some exotic port. He's always pulling in and out. He's laid down a code to which he subscribes, spreading peace and love and giving us good vibes. Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, yo-ho!
Look, there's Captain Dildo heading out to sea.
Gosh, I wish I was going with him.
You will someday. And remember what they say. You can take a woman out of dildo, but you can't take the dildo out of a woman.
He sails the seven seas, a purple helmet on his head. He's legendary for the many tales that he has spread. Who needs a mortal man? Why become annoyed? Call on Captain Dildo, he will fill the void. Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo,
And as long as Captain Dildo's around, there will always be a little dildo in all of us.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Jimmy Schubert is our guest.
But I prefer mobile food myself. I mean, I prefer a food that's had to make it in the world just like I have. I mean, if I'm going to eat food, I prefer food that doesn't come from the ground. You know, because vegetables, you know, they suck the nutrients from the mud. Mm-hmm. Would you eat mud? No. Then why eat the middleman? You know, God made animals slow enough to catch. He obviously intended for us to eat them. Besides that, what's the fun in hunting a vegetable? Any moron can sneak up with a carrot. Some of that stuff's not even food. Celery, that's not food. That's like dental floss trapped inside a carbohydrate. I was reading about celery. You know, there's 4 calories in a stick of celery. 4 takes your body 6 calories to process. A stalk of celery. You could kill yourself eating celery. That's not food. That's slow suicide.
Drew Hastings is our guest.
Let me tell you a little tip, and I'll tell your listeners. I have always carried $2 bills. People are inordinately impressed with $2 bills. Have you ever noticed that? Yes. When you give one to somebody, they act like it's a big deal. First question I usually get, wow, where'd you get this? Like I know someone. It never occurs to people they can just go to the bank and ask for them. And if the bank's out, you can get them to order them from the Federal Reserve. Takes 3 days, costs nothing, and then you get consecutive serial numbers. But that's a whole other story. For example, say you're in a coffee shop. You order toast and coffee. The bill's $1.90. You throw a 2 on the table. Waitress is so intrigued by the...
Do you know they made goldfish pretzels?
Yeah.
8:21 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee, the woman with the golden hair, has a forecast for us.
Sister Golden Hair.
It has some golden sunshine in it. How does that sound?
Thank you very much.
Q95 brought to you by CarX.
Any golden showers in it? You know what I'm talking about.
That's a personal thing. I don't know about that, but some sunshine.
Let's pee on her.
Straight thunderstorm, maybe high 78, 66.
We're out of time.
This is something I said.
What are those goldfish you're eating?
Good luck, Kostaki.
Hallucination drugs of some sort. Okay, let's check in with everybody here. Welcome back. I keep saying it's the 23rd of June, 2020.
Yes.
And I'm going to say first our guest, Kostaki Economopoulos, joining us from Los Angeles, California via the Zoom. Hey, Kostaki.
Hey, guys.
I don't know about you. I'm ready to do Old Lang Syne on 2020. Say goodbye.
Yeah, it's not my favorite year.
If only singing a song could make it go away.
Oh, my God. Wait till you hear the next thing.
Let's just hope the election riots are over by New Year's Eve.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, that's kind of inevitable.
Well, thanks for that.
I think no matter how you slice it.
Yeah. I can't stand it anymore. Is there even going to be an election? I don't know. There's Kostaki. Ace Cosby, of course, is our engineer. Chick McGee is manning the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Womaning the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. It's Christy Lee. Hi. Josh Arnold is Orange over there at the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. I'm Tom. That's Willie. Can you see Kostaki from there, Willie?
Yeah, I can see him.
I don't know if you can see.
Man.
Willie's in we call it the greenhouse, Kostaki.
The greenhouse?
Yeah, we used to call it the Nuremberg room, and then we got corrected. So the man in the glass booth, that was a different trial.
We could also call it the grow room. That's a thing.
Oh, grow lights in the grow room?
Yeah, in the grow room, and Willie's growing into his own as
that's right.
a man.
That's right.
6'2", 270.
Yeah, oh, yes, he's continuing to grow physically as well.
Okay. There's Pat Godwin over there.
That's where Jeff Vibbert grew up, right? Is that the same room?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, Kostaki, it's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you guys. I've got a long setup for this. Should we dive in?
Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's quite a start. In 2007, you guys used to go to the Bahamas for the Super Bowl.
Yes. Sure.
And you invited me along that year. It was Bears Colts. I got to watch the Super Bowl with one of my heroes, Todd Snyder. Yeah. It was awesome, and it was great to run around with you guys and the whole thing. And I had done your show several times in the prior year or so, and I felt like I did all the good jokes from my act. And just by chance, I was working the town that you're in the very next week after the Super Bowl. So I felt like I had nothing left to say to you guys. So I used to write jokes for a radio prep service, and so I did a segment. I put together like my favorite 20 or so, and I did a segment on your show called Topical Sounding Jokes. These are jokes that sound like they're from this week but aren't.
Okay. I like it.
And the stars aligned, and you guys were in a great mood, and I had a bounce in my step, and it just killed. And you guys got out like a, the rim shot kind of machine sound, and it was just super fun. At the end, Tom grabbed me and goes, "Hey, can you do that every week?" And I said, "Yes, I can." And that's how the Econo monologue started.
Wow.
And
So is this your way of saying that you're going to redo the first time you ever did this?
Yes, sir.
No kidding.
So we're going way back to 2007.
So are all of these in a way evergreen, or are they actually contemporary from a certain moment?
These are somewhat evergreen. They sound like they could be from this week, but aren't.
Well, great. I'm excited.
Yes.
All right. John Lennon's handwritten lyrics to the song "Nowhere Man" sold for $450,000. Elsewhere, a guy in a bar gave Ringo $10 not to sing karaoke.
Nice. You just got the rim shot there, Kostaki.
See, that could be from this week. But
yes.
No. There are water shortages in Nairobi after floods tore through a dam. Apparently, someone aggravated the god of irony.
Yeah, no kidding.
The Royal Opera House in London recently canceled a performance by an American soprano because she's overweight. The rest of the show, of course, went on as scheduled, but without a fat lady singing, nobody knew when it was over.
Hey!
A man broke the world record in the 100-meter sprint of men over 100 years old. To inspire the runners, they were chased by a guy dressed as the Grim Reaper.
I remember that one. And I remember that record.
Yeah, it's weirdly a big number. I forget what it is, but it's like it's 40. So it's like a big number. Yeah.
I wanted to say it's like under a minute, just under a minute, like 58 or 55 seconds or something. I don't know. I think someone else has set a new record though since then. I think.
Since then, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
I doubt if he's going for the over 110 record.
Yeah, I don't think he's
the
probably
same
still with
guy.
It might be a luge.
Oh yeah, let's put him on a luge.
The luge is like the only sport you could do against your will.
Yeah.
His sack crossed the finish line a second later.
5 ounces of crack cocaine were found in a toddler's diaper. Cops became suspicious when the combination of those two smells made the drug dog pee himself with excitement. Pac-Man turns 40 this month. That's a long time to be chased by little demons. Just ask Robert Downey Jr.
RDJ.
This one has a feel of being about 15 years old. Tommy Lee is now charging fans for his autograph. Steering your boat with his penis, however, still complimentary.
Boy, he sure could.
Yeah, he did it.
Wow. A Florida man threw beer bottles at his girlfriend and hit her with a 3-foot alligator during an argument in the couple's mobile home. In the phrase "in the couple's mobile home" has never been less necessary.
I remember that joke and howling.
Yep.
Or Florida. You don't really need to mention Florida there. The Pentagon has postponed its missile interception test because of bad weather. Don't we need it to work in bad weather?
Yes, I agree.
I would hate to have a nuclear bomb headed our way, but we can't defend ourselves because it's sprinkling. An exotic dance club showed up to recruit employees at a Massachusetts high school job fair. Organizers caught on when a lot of the $1 bills taken at the snack bar were folded long ways. An online German magazine offered a ticket for a sold-out Madonna concert to a man who would have sex with their female columnist. The only problem was finding a guy who wanted to see the Madonna concert and have sex with a woman.
Yeah, that Venn diagram isn't...
That holds up.
Yeah.
That holds up.
That is still rock solid.
Pretty thin, yeah. Corporate sponsors are finally signing up with the International Gay Rodeo Association. The cool thing about a gay rodeo is how little you have to pack. One set of chaps will get you through the whole weekend. Where those a donkey named Paco Bell won the mayoral election in a small Colorado town.
Love it.
Best thing about having a donkey as your mayor, wherever you kiss him, technically it's ass.
Yeah.
Two more of these. Researchers tested the theory that eventually a bunch of monkeys will write a Shakespeare play by giving 6 monkeys a computer for a month. They didn't produce Shakespeare, but they did write a sequel to Dude, Where's My Car? And finally, an obscenity charge has been dropped against a Texas woman accused of using Tupperware-style house parties to sell sex toys. She told the authorities that they can go screw themselves and that she would love to host that party. Good night, everybody.
Hey, very good.
Kostaki Economopoulos with some jokes that are fairly evergreen. Now, Kostaki, I did try.
Monologue history.
Yes.
There's a new record, by the way, for the 100-meter dash for
someone over 100?
100-year-old.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a number of people have actually done it. Don Pellman set 5 world records in his age group.
That is a perfect old guy name,
Yeah,
Don Pellman.
It really is. I'm Don Pellman.
I'm here for my prescriptions.
Don killed it. He did the 100 meters in 26.99.
Whoa!
Oh wow! Oh, that's actually pretty good number.
I don't think I can run 20.
I celebrated with a chocolate phosphate.
Now the world record for those that are not. What is the word for a 100?
Super old.
I was going to ask that because you have
Centenarian.
Is it centenarian?
Centenarian. Yeah, Chick's right.
Centurion.
If you're not a centenarian, what are 9.58 seconds for Usain Bolt?
Yeah, Bolt. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's the 100 meters, though, right?
Right. Yeah. Which is a
okay.
Tick. Is it? Yeah, it's longer, right? No.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
A meter is longer than an inch. I do know that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The 100 meters is slightly longer.
That's right.
Okay.
39-ish inches a meter, right?
Right.
A little
Well,
longer than
Kostaki, great stuff.
Yes.
Kostaki Economopoulos, comedian, and I really enjoyed the going back in time a little bit there, thinking about the nice days when the guy could run a 100-yard dash and have a nice crowd there to cheer him on.
I have a quick request.
Yeah, that's right.
Quick request for Kostaki. Do you have anything to say about the song "Strawberry Fields Forever"? Is that a favorite of yours?
Oh, yes. Strawberry Fields Forever is a beautiful image, unless you're a migrant worker.
One of my favorite kind of monologue jokes ever.
Nice quick one. Wow, that's funny.
Well, thank you, Kostaki.
Sorry for the ham-handed setup.
Thanks,
No,
That was a little clunky.
Yeah.
I had no idea where you were going.
109 yards.
I'm relieved that I could pull that out of my ass on request. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it right.
It wouldn't have been as funny if Kostaki goes, "Strawberry, I don't know, pretty good song, I guess."
All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate
That's not
it.
bad.
What you talking about? Yeah.
Okay. And at least that's the not controversial one.
Right.
Apparently, Penny Lane is about to be closed down or something.
Yeah, they do want to change the name. Yeah.
Really?
What?
Apparently, Penny was a man of questionable.
I thought Penny was a girl.
I thought it was a
Well,
street.
Penny Lane is a girl, but
Yeah.
the lane that's named after
Could we
Mr. Penny.
take a deep breath, everyone?
I'm sorry. I can't.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with what's a thing these days. Well, thank you very much, Kostaki. Always appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Very funny.
Yes.
Are you going to bed now? Or are you going back to bed?
In this case, yes. I usually don't, but today you're my first and last call. So good night, everybody. You can see it's still dark here in Los Angeles.
That's real dark.
Yeah.
Very, very
Can't even see the smog.
When you wake up, text me. I've got to ask you something.
When you wake
All
up,
right,
text Tom.
Okay.
Just try to say I don't want to wake him up. It'd be rude. I got to talk to him about something.
Now he's not going to get to sleep wondering what you want.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Guess I'm not doing next week.
Okay, I'll tell you. Then don't go to bed
right.
for 5 minutes, Kostaki.
All right,
Thank
fair.
you very much. Okay. God, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Did you ever notice this is like a big walkie-talkie?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Remember when you're a kid and you get that walkie-talkie?
Oh, man.
We just
Go
got
around
some.
the corner.
We just got some for the little girls yet, and then one goes to the living room, and one's right next door in the kitchen, and they can actually hear each other just speaking. The batteries aren't even in the thing. Roger, check, test, over. God, I love that kind of talk.
They might be able to hear ghosts on that. Just be careful.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
EVPs will show up on walkie-talkies every now and again.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
they pick them up.
Okay, we're going to go back that direction to Christy Lee. I just want you to remind us about. I've got a little request here. Someone has with respect to the Grateful Dead's new deodorant,
Yes.
which is a real thing, and there's a.
Yeah, they've teamed up with North Coast Organics to put out a line of deodorants. They'll set you back about $20. They have different flavors, if you will, because apparently they're edible. They're all handmade, vegan, edible, as well as gluten-free, PBA, aluminum, and soy-free. Some of the particular brands are Skull and Roses, Sunshine, Working Man's, Timber, and Unscented. Those are your scents.
Yeah, it really does say that you could eat them if you want to,
Sure does.
which is weird. I mean, you wouldn't take like a Cliff Bar and
Rub it under your
rub it
arms.
under your armpits. I guess.
No, ideally.
Might attract mosquitoes, but in any event, in honor of celebrating the BO of many Grateful Dead fan, we have this important message.
Are odors in your home a constant problem? Do you live with a smoker, have pets, or simply have annoying kitchen cooking odors that just won't go away? Do you ever hear comments like this?
Gee, Janet, I never thought of fertilizing houseplants with cow dung.
Or has a house guest ever said,
Great room freshener, Bill. What do you call it? Early American locker room?
you've tried carpet deodorizers, spray mist, incense, stick-up fragrance dispensers, and even plug-in devices that temporarily mask the smells in your home. Nothing seems to work. That's why Home Products Incorporated, a division of Frigamall Industries, is proud to announce its latest innovation, Le Clip. With Le Clip, foul-smelling odors seem to miraculously disappear. Simply put Le Clip over your nose and the nose of visitors to your home and see what a difference it can make.
Hiya, Mary. How you been? Wonderful, Janet. Hey, your house smells great.
See how easy? If you pick up Le Clip today, and if you're not delighted with the results, we'll send your money back. Le Clip, by the same company that brought you Le Blindfold, the product that makes messy, cluttered homes look more neat and organized.
Gosh, honey, the house has never looked better.
Le Blindfold and Le Clip.
Pick yours up today.
Ah, yes.
So silly and stupid.
yeah.
It's so funny. Gosh.
Getting your deodorant. Now, are you wearing deodorant now, Christy?
I am. I have switched brands. I've got a new one.
Can I ask why?
Yeah, because sometimes deodorant will stop working after a while. I think.
But I
if
mean, are you
use
going
the
to be?
same-
Who are you going to be closer than 6 feet to?
I always wear deodorant. Don't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't want to smell myself.
I'm hanging free. How about you, Ash? You put any balm on the pits this morning?
Degree, yes.
Degree?
I use Dove.
You don't use
deodorant at all?
Well, not now. I'm not close enough to anybody.
Oh, really? So your armpits don't feel a little weird?
Sticky and you don't smell
They feel
BOE?
Do I smell BOE? The only one I'm close to probably is Willie. Do I have an odor?
I think you're fine. Not a joke. I used the deodorant in your office this morning because I forgot to put it on at home.
What? That's a roll-on.
Uh-oh.
I did. I'll take it. It'll be mine now.
I use Mitchum.
I like the Mitchum.
Invented by Robert Mitchum. Of
course. Yes.
Right.
Of course,
Great actor.
Smells like weed.
And,
I like the Mitchum.
No, I use the unscented.
Oh.
Because I have my body wash I like very much.
Josh, are you...
I smell
I have deodorant on.
Okay.
I smell
Axe.
great.
Axe.
Axe deodorant, not body
Are
spray.
you in junior high?
It's the deodorant.
Here we go.
It's for the active man.
What would you? What deodorant would? Right Guard? What deodorant from the '60s would you use?
You're an Old Spice guy, aren't you?
Used to be. Now I'm using one called Tom's.
Tom's is all
there
natural.
You go, yeah.
Okay.
So you're not an antiperspirant guy. You're a deodorant.
No. But not anymore. Right now, I'd
What
say
an
you want to keep
ego.
the.
I have to use antiperspirant.
You want the 6 feet thing. So what
I
better way
sweat
to
like
do
a
it than to
man.
smell bad?
I'm Axe Excite.
Oh, I like it.
When we come back, I'm going to do the introductions by at a great suggestion here from Lonnie.
Smell?
By the length of time I've known you.
Oh, okay.
See if I get this right. It's
All
pretty
right.
tricky. When we return, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Kostaki Economopoulos, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. Major League Baseball plans to unilaterally issue a 60-game schedule for its shortest season since 1878 after the Players Association rejected a negotiated deal of the same length, putting the sport on track for a combative and possibly unhappy return to the field amid the virus pandemic. 6 days after Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred and Union Chief Tony Clark negotiated to expand the playoffs from 10 teams to 16, widen use of the DH to National League games, and introduce an experiment to start extra innings with a runner on second base, the deal was rejected by the union. The Toronto Raptors arrived in Southwest Florida yesterday, set to begin their preparations for next month's restart of the NBA season. If the Raptors return to the NBA Finals, they could be in Florida for nearly 4 full months. And Brooks Koepka goes for a historic three-peat in the PGA Championship. There won't be anyone at Harding Park to cheer him on. The PGA of America confirms the first major of the unusual golf virus year won't have spectators. The PGA Championship scheduled for August 6 through 9 in San Francisco. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Bob and Tom Records presents the ultimate kick-ass collection. It's the greatest hits of the cowbell. You'll get 'em all. Mississippi Queen from Mountain. Honky Tonk Women from the Stones. Lowrider from War.
Yeah.
Down in the Corner from Creedence. Finally, rock's most underrated instrument steps up front. It's Kick-Ass Cowbell, exclusively from Bob and Tom Records. You'll also get Alky the Clown's famous talking cowbell routine.
Hey, how are you today, Clarence Cowbell? Oh, is that right, man? Me too. Hey, Clarence, you want to watch a cartoon? Yeah, me too. Yeah, let's roll the cartoon, all right? Oh, God, I got a headache. All right, roll the damn cartoon.
Plus, you'll get the Cowbell's greatest Olympic moments. It's Kick-Ass Cowbell from Bob and Tom Records. This collection goes beyond any previous Cowbell compilations, featuring remixed classic tracks where we turn up the cowbell. It's Led Zeppelin.
There's a lady, all it glitters is gold, and she's buying the stairway to heaven.
The Beatles. Moved when you've heard this collection. Act now and get Rock's Greatest Bells and Whistles, featuring Molly Hatchet, Steve Miller, the Scorpions, and of course, the theme to the Andy Griffith Show. It's Kick-Ass Cowbell only from Bob and Tom Records. No cows were harmed making this record. Unless, of course, you count the cheeseburgers we ate in the studio.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Right now, we've got Bert Chalice as our guest. Now, I know you do live in
Cincinnati.
Did you drive here from
Cincinnati? Yeah, I drove over and no longer driving my Yugo. You know, I had
got rid of it?
Yeah, I got a Yugo for a while because, I bought a Yugo because I had the coupon.
Sure.
And it's not much of a car. You turn up the radio, the car stalls. No rear view mirror because nothing will be behind you, believe me. You can actually tick off the Amish people, They go by and bullwhip you,
Sorry, they don't have horns.
I got places to go. I don't know if you know this or not. If you ever get behind the Amish, those horse-drawn carriages, they usually have that orange triangle sign on the back. I found out if you fire a softball and hit that sign.
95 at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
And once again, we turn that way.
Yes.
To say hi to Christy Lee for a quick weather forecast update.
Yeah, we're going to see partly cloudy skies at some point. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible today, but a high of only 78. Tomorrow, mainly sunny, stray storm, and a high near 80. 66 currently.
Thank you very much, Christy. Coming up, we have stories about a number of interesting things, including organ donation and a really odd story about what's happening in the Caribbean involving dust from the Sahara. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see, I'll look around the room. There's Ace. Wait a minute.
Wait.
You're supposed to introduce us as length of time you've known us.
There's a chance it's Ace.
It is Ace.
It is Ace.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
March of 83. I wrote it down. There we go. Ace Cosby, engineer, radio guy.
I'm your oldest friend.
Oldest friend in the room. Okay, then Christy Lee.
Yeah.
She's next door, behind the glass.
Yeah.
And I've known her almost as long as I've known Ace, but not quite as long.
Yep. Because I was part-time when you started.
Then we go to Chick McGee.
Yep.
Across the way at the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
I'm going to say September, October of 85.
Then it gets tricky. I think next we have, Willie, my son.
Woo! What year were you born? 93.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have Pat Godwin.
98, probably.
Okay, comedian. And then we have Josh Arnold.
Yeah.
Josh, of course, at the orangeinsoles.com.
Where would Dean fit in there?
Oh, boy. He would be right before Willie.
Yeah.
There you go. So
all right.
when Willie was born. There we go. Good idea.
But Josh, you've known the the least?
Yep.
That would be correct.
And likes him the best.
Oh, likes him the most, yeah.
He's the first fired then, right?
I think that's how it works.
That's when the downsizing starts next week.
Oh, is that the rule?
Yeah.
That's how things start next week.
What do you think Willie's doing back there?
Can I point out that my dad's Ace said that Tom is his closest friend, and then my dad just goes, all right, next up we have oldest friend, yeah.
Actually, Ace goes, I'm Tom's closest friend, and Tom goes, closest friend in the room.
You're right, Josh.
He qualified it.
You're right, Josh.
No, that was out. It was in the room?
Yeah.
I thought,
You and Ace used to hang out a lot, didn't you? Like go to concerts and stuff?
A few concerts.
Swinging bachelors.
Yeah, were you his wingman every now and then? Would you
I was
fix him
standing
up?
next to him when he got barfed on in the Boston show.
Wow.
Well,
how mad was he?
You know, I didn't see a moment of that show.
That was funny. God.
I went to see Boston, and I came out of the men's room, and there was a guy kind of walking toward me, sort of wavering, and I thought, uh-oh. And he just puked all over me.
Unbelievable. That is so awful.
I mean, and I had to immediately leave.
Yeah, sure.
But so I never saw Boston. And never will, I guess. Do they
They're still around
without Brad Delp? What's the point?
Yeah, there you go.
What a voice.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was an unfortunate incident, but had to drive myself home covered in barf.
Oh.
So when you and Ace would go out, would he
You
ever...
didn't jettison your clothes and just drive home in your
I
underwear?
took the jacket I had on and
took your jacket off.
There it is.
Yeah, you ever jacket off at a Boston show? I mean, not like Brad Delp as much as the next guy, but
More than a feeling.
Did Ace ever
Foreplay long time.
Ace ever set you up with a rando? Help you out? Be your wingman?
No.
Who's the alpha?
We have.
All right.
Ace drove on several occasions. Did you have a Camaro or a Firebird? Firebird. Okay.
Oh, that's badass.
Very nice. Now, we have an update. We had an update yesterday, speaking of automobiles and trucks, et cetera, et cetera. The Ford Bronco, they moved the debut.
Mm-hmm.
But when are they? I don't understand when they're going to be available.
Early next year, I think.
That far away? Okay. All right. Okay.
Wait, can you order them this summer then?
I'm not clear on that.
They're just going to finally come out with what, I guess in July, they'll debut what the features are and what it looks like.
Okay, good enough. But it was something about OJ and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's get the vehicle out there, have some fun. Okay, now.
What do you have against OJ?
Hey, Twitter world, this is yours.
Come on, Twitter.
Great and naked
Being a
gun
murderer
sale.
and everything?
Hey, Twitter world.
Hey, Twitter world.
He's running free.
Unbelievable.
Now, if the glove compartment don't fit, wait a minute. No, we have Christy Lee once again exploring. I was talking, I've been mentioning it all morning about what a crappy year 2020 is.
Yeah, no joke. And guess what?
Wait
it's
till you
not
get
over.
a load of this.
A vast cloud of Sahara dust is blanketing the Caribbean as it heads to the United States with a size and concentration experts have not seen in half a century. Air quality across most of the region fell to record hazardous levels, and experts who nicknamed the event the Godzilla dust cloud warned people to stay indoors and use air filters if they have one. Extremely hazy conditions and limited visibility were reported from Antigua down to Trinidad and Tobago. Pablo.
You say Tobago. I say Tobago. Tobago.
Let's call the whole thing off.
You ever
Pablo
hear?
Menendez.
Can I interrupt this story for a second?
Yeah.
The song "You Say Tomato, I Say Tomato." Are you familiar with that song, Willie?
Sure.
A friend of mine was on a cruise ship.
I love this.
And there was. You've heard this story, man?
Yeah.
This is a true story. And there was a band.
A duet.
And they were apparently from. I believe they were from South Korea.
I believe you're correct.
They were of Asian origin, and they were doing some great music.
Man and a woman.
And apparently, they when they did this particular song, they were doing it just based on the sheet music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure.
So she was singing, "You say tomato, I say tomato." You say.
So I don't know the problem.
Not really clear on the.
They were rocking it. They thought they were killing it.
It's a much more agreeable song.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
A little easier to get. I'm sorry. So there's a giant dust cloud from.
Yeah, from the Sahara Desert.
It's about to hit the Caribbean.
Yeah, most significant event in the past 50 years, according to Pablo Menendez Lazaro, an environmental health specialist with the University of Puerto Rico, and Jose Alamo, a meteorologist with the U.S. National Weather Service in San Juan, said a small tropical wave headed to the Caribbean was expected to alleviate the conditions by Thursday. So hopefully they'll clear things up.
Boy.
Man.
Another biblical plague.
Yeah.
You guys better put your cards in order.
Get right with your deity.
So is this gonna hit everywhere? This
I
giant
don't know.
cloud of dust and.
Hopefully the tropical wave will wipe it out and it won't
Didn't you
make
say
it
you
here.
were in a giant dust storm once, Josh?
Yes, in Phoenix. Yeah, it was an all-star, whatever year the MLB all-star game was there. Huge dust storm. It was such a weird, it looks like the end of days. Just this big, dark wall traveling right at you. Bizarre. It just covers everything.
You and Luis Pujols.
That's right. Yeah.
Pulled up in a hotel.
Luis.
I don't know. Is that his name? No.
Albert.
Albert Pujols.
Oh, I thought you were doing a show.
Yeah, me too.
Albert Pujols.
We're all waiting.
Pooh.
Holes.
See, that's never mind.
Sorry.
Poo holes?
That's what we used to yell. Yeah.
Okay.
We talk about Albert Pujols.
Hey, Apple Memojis has now added face mask options for avatars. You need a face mask in a dust storm. The company announced the new additions on Monday during its Worldwide Developers Conference. The face mask, along with more age options and 3 new Memoji stickers, will be included in Apple's iOS 14 update. Users can also blush and share virtual hugs as well as fist bumps. Apple also added the ability to create and edit Memojis on Mac computers. And I didn't know I didn't know these were called Memojis, but I have one.
My sister loves these, and yesterday I was trying to hang out with Finn, and I go, "Hey, what's going on?" She goes, "I'm just working on my computer." And I go, "You want to hang out?" And she goes, "No, I'm busy." And I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm editing my Memoji."
See, I didn't know what it was either.
Are the Memojis the avatars of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. She taught me how to do it, so I can press a button.
Oh,
on
do
my
you have one now?
I can press a button on my phone, and if you're looking at me on FaceTime, it's a cartoon of me.
Yeah. Yours looks a little like Patrick Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, handsome, very handsome.
There you go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very sexy.
Yeah.
Very sexy.
I'd like to make it so.
What does
I'd like to engage.
So now you can put obviously a mask.
Face mask on you, yes.
Okay. Does this prevent you from getting viruses on your phone?
it's cute. It was cute.
No. It got nothing.
That was funny.
I laughed at it.
Real cute.
God.
It's cute.
Can I not wear a mask now when I'm in public because I've got that in my phone?
No, sorry.
Don't say that. Don't say that stuff. Well, Tom said.
I'm sure 80% of America will do that. When we come back.
We have more face masks in the news.
And organ donation.
Yep.
And a really weird story about it, too. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hey, Chick McGee. I'm Mark Allison. It is June 23rd, Tuesday. Good morning, everyone. For everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to social media sites, and, of course, much, much more. And don't forget, you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. If you have a request of something you'd like to hear, let us know. We'll see if we can't get it on for you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Protesters tried to pull down a statue of President Andrew Jackson near the White House Monday night before being dispersed by police. Washington TV reports police used pepper spray to move protesters out of Lafayette Square, where the Jackson statue is located. Videos posted on social media show protesters climbed on the statue, tied ropes around it, then tried to pull it off its pedestal. The 19th century president's ruthless treatment of Native Americans had made his statue a target of demonstrators protesting the United States' legacy of racial injustice. The Jackson statue remains on its pedestal right now. Residents prayed for peace and remembered their loved ones on the 75th anniversary of the end of the Battle of Okinawa. One of the bloodiest conflicts of World War II was fought on the southern Japanese island that still has a heavy U.S. troop presence. The governor of Okinawa said the conflict must be remembered acutely for future generations. The ceremony, which was held to remember 200,000 who died in the fighting near the war's end, more than half of some 50 U.S. troops stationed in Japan today are in Okinawa. And China launched the final satellite in its Bidiao constellation that emulates the U.S. Global Positioning System. The satellite navigation system is a further step in China's advance as a major space power. The launch of the satellite on board a Long March 3 rocket was broadcast live from a base in the mountains of southwestern China. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show's on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
She comes in, sits down next to me, and she's bawling her eyes out.
Oh.
She's like, 'cause I'm fat. I'm like, you ain't that fat. She's like, yes, I am.
That's right.
I told her I've been with a ton of fat chicks before. It's really a big deal.
Yeah, did that help?
So for the last 7 hours, she's been barricaded in that bathroom with a box of White Zen and a half-gallon Chunky Monkey. The only positive is I ain't got to worry about her pulling an Epstein in there because that old shower curtain will never hold her with all this extra weight she's put on last week.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Show. Christy Lee has an update on the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. We'll see some partly cloudy skies later today. Stray shower, thunderstorms still possible. High of 78. Tomorrow mainly sunny. Still a threat of a storm. High near 80. Currently 68 degrees.
I'm high right now. I just took a whiff of that Sharpie by mistake. Well, this one's been... wow. Sorry, I can't talk.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee here to tell you about the Beat It or Cash It event going on at Westgate.
Good.
You won't get a better deal than you will right now at Westgate. Ask our friend Jess Hooker, who just got a brand new Wrangler.
I'm
Beautiful.
going to.
She sure did.
You can't beat the new vehicle deal you'll get at any local Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram dealer. They'll pay you $2,500. So come out to Westgate, out on the west side off Highway 40 next to Coles and Plainfield. You can find it online at westgateauto.com. It's the Beat It or Cash It event going on now at Westgate. Get the lowest price or be on your way to the bank with $2,500. See for yourself at Westgate.
Christy Lee, thank you very much. We have, sorry, a little incident over here. We'll get to it in just a second. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show on this, the 23rd of June, 2020. Let's see now. wrote this down so I could do it by the length of time I've known you. Okay, Ace Cosby, Christy Lee, Chick McGee, there's Willie, my son, Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, all present and accounted for.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here. And I've written a short poem.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice.
A poem.
It's very, very short. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hot coffee, groin, drill bit, through hand. There you go. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Is that a haiku?
Did you do all of those things? What?
Just one of them. Thank you. Let's just move forward.
I got an email here. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Hi.
Chick, about 15 years ago, I started working on my family farm up here in Michigan.
Yeah?
We have two-way radios in all of our equipment and trucks, and to get a hold of someone, we always said, "How about ya?"
Yeah.
Fill in the name here.
Ahead of the game.
How about you, Josh? And Jake goes on to say, I'm not sure if other farms did this also or if it was just ours, and we still do it to this day.
Excellent.
Nice.
Very nice.
How that?
Your new catchphrase.
Yes, indeed.
There we go.
People love it.
Yeah, she's over at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. It's Christy Lee. What have we missed?
Well, Barcelona's Opera House has reopened, but instead of people, the Opera House has been filled with plants. On Monday, musicians played a concert to a packed house of 2,300 nursery plants. Organizers said they wanted to raise awareness for how important audiences are following the coronavirus lockdown and to reflect on the absurdity of human life during a pandemic.
They just did a nice production of The Gardener of Seville. It was very nice. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The plants featured in the audience will be donated to frontline healthcare workers, which is
Kosi
nice.
Fan Tree.
Yes, yes.
Do you talk to your plants? Do you play music for your plants?
No.
But if you look at the picture of the video, all the plants are in the seats.
Yeah.
No kidding.
That is silly.
Almost
They say
3,000 plants.
They say it's good for your plants, that they like to be talked to and they like to hear music.
Do some of the plants have those tiny binoculars? Put up in
Opera glasses.
There's one plant next to the fern looks like she's falling asleep.
The cello is wonderful.
Oh, here's the picture. You're not kidding.
Yes, it's great.
Wow.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Well, I mean,
what a waste of time
no,
and
but I
money.
mean, they're giving the plants to people. It's fun.
I mean, I've seen pansies at the opera, but this.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm trying to take that.
Hey-oh.
No, Josh, you're used to playing for an audience that responds much like a set of plants.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That famous Toledo show.
There have been a lot of audiences who have given me a nice, quiet place to rehearse.
Officials in Louisiana have seized over 2,000 counterfeit designer face masks. On June 9th, U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers in New Orleans found 1,208 face masks with Burberry, Supreme, and Gucci logos. The following day, officials in Shreveport seized a shipment of 990.
A sheepment.
A shipment.
The sheep.
Yeah.
Holy sheep.
It's really going to hit the fan.
A shipment of
The sheet in Shreveport.
90 counterfeit Chanel face masks.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Time out. There are designer face masks?
Of course, chick.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Holy
You
heck.
can get a Redskins face mask.
Oh, I know you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Yep.
For now.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it's
Maybe
a
go ahead and
Washington
get one and
face
put it
mask.
next to your bottle of Aunt Jemima.
Well,
in the museum.
I assure you the word Redskin is not on it anywhere.
No.
They've started that already.
Have they?
Yeah, your idea is to name the Washington Football Club. I think is pretty good.
Washington
All that may
FC.
be. This is to be the football guys.
Yeah, you get, Washington and Redskins. Now they have everything to complain about.
Yeah, right.
So are the counterfeit face masks, at least with respect to what a face mask is supposed to do, at least okay?
Yes, I think probably. I would think.
Yeah, I think maybe these companies should just relax a little and just let people get face masks because people need to wear and have face masks.
Yeah. Well, Gucci is spelled with a CH on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Should have given it away. They should say Fauci. Can they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Do the Fauci logo?
You know, Fauci has become quite the sex symbol.
Isn't that funny?
Yes, that's quite funny
Christy,
to me.
your thoughts on that at all?
Not
make that
doesn't
stop?
for me. No.
Okay.
No?
He doesn't do it for me.
Really?
No.
What if he grow his hair out a little bit?
No. Sorry.
Picks up a bass.
No.
I think the thing is though you don't really want to be picky about your mask. I mean, you want one that's functional. You don't have
Sure.
to. I mean, is someone going to go in the hospital and go, I say that ventilator. Is that a Bentley? Then I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Please tell me at least it has a Mercedes engine in it.
Oh, my God. I was just looking up designer face masks, what they would set me back. Holy samole.
How much?
Well, there's a Givenchy. It's a
that?
cap mask, to combined $590.
Really?
Come on, people.
$590.
Yeah.
Maybe you roll it up and stuff it down her throat. Save the ventilator. Save the ventilator for somebody else.
Look, I don't disagree, but holy hell, we can't say it on the air.
Yeah, but
I'm not putting this mask on. The string is a 10 count.
They run from $590 to $50 to $100. Oh, my goodness.
What do they look like? They look
well,
ridiculous.
most of them are regular face masks, but...
You know, they have gaiters now. That's what they call them. Gaiters.
Yeah, I have 3 of those.
They're like portable turtlenecks.
Yep.
Those will keep you warm.
Well, people wear when they ski, Dad.
Yeah, they're like...
But they're real thin ones that you can get for summer.
Yeah, I wear one.
Dickies,
when I,
but
right.
no
I have one when I
bottom.
ski, of course. Thank you, Willie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear that one on.
No.
It's a little warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Researchers have constructed digital sculptures illustrating the physical toll watching hours and hours of television and what it can do to the human body. OnlineGambling.com commissioned the creation of 3D models showing the damage binge watching can do to the human body over time. This, coupled with lack of exercise, a poor diet, and a sedentary lifestyle, causes serious issues, according to the New York Post article.
It's true, but obviously, the upside of this, I was reading this in the Washington Post. People who binge watch Amazon Prime look the same, but at least they get their fat clothes shipped for free.
Yeah, exactly. They can, that's good.
Because they're fat people.
Oh, sure.
Very large.
Right.
Big fatties.
Sitting on the couch. Fat people on the couch.
Big fatties.
Blob.
Sitting there
Now, Pat,
getting fatter. Yep.
Pat, I think we're ready for a song.
All right.
Grab that guitar.
So
It's
in
right
lieu of
here.
that, here's Pat.
And I'm very excited about this.
Okay.
Be excited about it.
Pat is back on the dating scene.
Oh, boy.
And we've been hearing a lot about his various...
You know, my son, Jimmy, who's 9,
romances.
he says, Dad, before Mom, did you date at all? And I said, yeah, I dated a lot, and I had a number of relationships with women. He goes, well, that's funny because you don't have anyone now. You know?
No, that's
true.
From the mouths of babes.
Yes.
Now, this is
He's a scamp, isn't he?
true story you got over here?
A true story? No, it's just a song.
Okay.
This is something that's gone through the Tom edit. The Chlamydia song from yesterday. It's called the Tom filter. Last night and this morning, give you a little idea of what occurs during that process. It's called Chlamydia. I'm walking around with chlamydia, and I don't feel any shame. I'm living with chlamydia, the girl with the unfortunate name. My mom was gonna call her Lydia. If it's a boy, her dad wanted Clem. So they settled on chlamydia. Blame it on the both of them. Chlamydia. Ooh, chlamydia. My name is Samuel. My middle initial is D. Last name, Tool Hurts. My towels say STD. Chlamydia, Tool Hurts. My wife, she became. We have a Greek parakeet. Spirocheet is its name. Chlamydia, ooh, chlamydia, ooh. I came home with gonorrhea. No joke. Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea.
Genitals inflamed. So I no longer have chlamydia. The girl with the unfortunate name. All right. The Tom filter.
There has to be some kid named Chlamydia out there.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That's impossible.
I just don't know if that's
I
true.
I don't
think so.
Well,
Is it like
I
a
don't
boy
know.
named Sue situation? Like they named it Chlamydia, so it would always have to
make them tough.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Just sometimes
I just
people-
don't think they
people
knew what
just
they
get
were doing.
confused.
Yeah.
Because chlamydia sounds like a lovely flower.
Yeah.
Have you seen the chlamydias? They start ever since Friday. They're just bursting out everywhere.
Oh, yes.
Bursting.
Dripping with beauty.
His Rose has a beautiful chlamydia. Okay, all right, okay. And we now turn to Christy Lee, once again back at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Husband and wife in Florida have both donated organs to the same man 16 years apart. After Brian Harrington passed away in 2004, his pancreas and kidney were donated to Mr. Jeff Granger. Jeff and his wife Pam have kept in touch with Brian's widow, Terry Harrington, ever since. In 2019, the kidney that had been donated to Jeff began to fail. Jeff called Terry to apologize for losing her husband's kidney when she insisted on donating one of hers.
So these are like the greatest people on earth?
Yeah. Jeff will still have Brian's pancreas. In a way, we'd be back together again, she said. The successful surgery took place on March 3rd.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
So if this lady ever has to move, this guy has to help her.
Oh, yeah.
Because, right. Because the cutoff, we decided the cutoff point is age 30.
Yeah.
You really can't say no.
You don't have to help your friends move after they turn 30, but in this case.
Yeah.
So she's got her late husband's, he's got her late husband's pancreas.
And kidney. Well, he did have a kidney,
and now
but
her kidney.
her kidney, yeah.
Wow, that is what great people they are.
Yeah, could you come over and lend a hand? Sorry.
Wow, that's a sweet story. We needed a nice positive story in this world today, instead of the dust storm coming in from the Caribbean. Is that going to hit everywhere? Is that going to hit Florida?
I don't know, because he's saying, the meteorologist was saying a tropical wave or storm is supposed to knock it out. So before it gets to the United States, hopefully.
Okay, because the one. Okay, well, we'll have to keep track of that, just in case the plague wasn't enough. Coming up, we have our history lesson for the day.
We have alligators in the news.
Okay, and
Mexican cave fish.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I know about the Mexican cave fish. Is this the one that bumps into stuff?
Yeah, because he's blind.
Okay, good. I've heard about this. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
Hi, Chick McGee here at the old compound. And they want me to tell you about bobandtom.com, where you can join and be a Bob and Tom VIP. And all the swell stuff that you get to be a part of because you're a VIP.
What kind of stuff?
All sorts of things.
Like what?
There are club meetings, and there are decoder rings, and secret handshakes. And also go to bobandtomstore.com, where you can get Bob and Tom hats and sweatshirts, t-shirts, and shorts, socks. We have socks. I'm not sure about the socks. But bobandtomstore.com for Bob and Tom stuff, and then bobandtom.com to join the VIP. The VIP, you also get the Off the Air podcast. Come on by and visit, okay? bobandtom.com, bobandtomstore.com.
Every day he smokes 4 packs of menthols, makes about 8 more long-distance calls, snorts alcohol, and talks like Dusty Rhodes. And he'll go through your wallet with a fine-tooth comb and eat your family out of house and home. He'll cuss out your preacher and stop up your commode. He's your brother-in-law. He's got nothing on the ball. The kind of man who'd rob from Peter and write a bad check to Paul. He's gotten out of hand. He ought to be a congressman. He's the kind of fellow that I can't stand, and he's my brother-in-law. Oh, yeah, he's the generic brand, and he's my brother-in-law. Thank you so much.
Bravo.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
24/7.
Thanks for joining us. With us in the studio, comedian Billy Gardell, Comedy Central, with a Comedy Central stand-up special. Where'd you film that?
New York at the Hudson Theater, which is really cool. It was, 2 blocks off of Broadway. And I called my dad to try to share a moment with him. My dad was a steel worker in Pittsburgh, so I should have known better. I said, Dad, I'm 2 blocks from Broadway. He goes, yeah, well, enjoy it. That's probably as close as you're ever going to get. All right, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks a lot.
Love you, too.
His favorite game to play with me when I'm home is look at the TV star taking out my trash.
Yep, 9:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has an update in the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy with a stray shower or thunderstorm later today, high 78. Mainly sunny tomorrow with a stray storm, high near 80. We have cloudy skies, 68 currently.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Now, let's get back to the action. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Ace, Chick, Josh, I'm Tom. There's Pat. There's Christy Lee in the next room, of course. And let's see, there's Willie over there. Hey. We're all here in the newly named The Greenhouse. Behind the glass. That work for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll call it whatever we want. Now,
We'll
Christy.
call it whatever you want. We know.
That's true. Yeah, whatever you decide, Tom,
Yeah.
fine with us.
It's all good.
We take nominees if you'd like to make a request. You can reach us, Bob and Tom, at bobandtom.com. What else is happening, Christy?
Sheriff's deputies in Texas have captured an alligator that was trying to cross a highway. The Gregg County Sheriff's Office wrote on Facebook that they've received a report of a dangerous subject illegally crossing Highway 135 Sunday evening. The office said they had the area surrounded, and after a brief foot chase, the suspect was apprehended. Deputies successfully captured the alligator with the help of the Texas Department of Public Safety and Game Warden.
Well, you know why the alligator crossed the road?
Why?
I don't.
To eat the chicken.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
That is so
silly.
Silly and stupid.
And what else? I think we get a new alligator story every day.
A lot of alligators, especially this time of year.
They're everywhere in certain parts of the world.
When does it get to the point where there's going to be a real problem, and you can't go outside without stepping over an alligator?
I don't know.
I bet it gets to that
Florida,
point.
It's almost that way.
You bet it gets to that.
Remember we had the one where the lady heard a noise in her condo? This was, what is that, 6 months ago?
Yeah, and the alligator was in her kitchen.
And there was a gigantic gator in her kitchen.
Yeah.
It had come through the lower
Patio.
window thing.
Yeah.
And it was
Doggy
a
door?
big gator.
Man.
That would be a little scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surface-dwelling varieties of the Mexican tetra, or Mexican cavefish, apparently have eyes to see, but many varieties are blind, according to scientists. The blind fish live in caves where light cannot penetrate, and they do without eyesight. But now, for the first time, scientists know why. They have found the gene that causes the fish to go blind.
Is it the excessive masturbation gene? I'm just asking for a friend.
You know how to tell whether or not the fish is blind?
How?
If it's holding the little cane.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's fin, yeah.
That's exactly right.
And the chicken is on the other side.
It's got on sunglasses. Sorry.
But he can play the piano and rhythm and blues. It's amazing.
I have a question.
Yep.
So these scientists are studying these blind fish.
Yes.
So I'm just sort of seeing them sitting around at the dinner table with their family. So what are you working on, Josh? I'm working on the gene that causes these obscure Mexican fish to go blind.
No.
What are you working on, Chick? Oh, I'm working on a vaccine for the coronavirus.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I'm working on.
Oh, good luck.
Fake.
Of course, it gets to be ironic if the blind fish are what cure the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what you call a fish with no eyes?
Blind.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Sorry about that. I should have passed that to you.
Speaking of fish, 1/5 of the Earth's ocean floor has been floor.
The ocean flow?
Ocean.
That's exactly what's written here. I'm sorry.
It says the ocean flow?
Ocean
Yes,
flow is
it
who you
does.
talk to if you want to get
Progressive
insurance for your boat. Thank you, Josh.
Yes.
If you want to get insurance for your boat?
Yeah.
I was just handed the story during the break. I did not proofread it. The headline says 1/5 of the Earth's ocean floor is now mapped. The first line, 1/5 of the Earth's ocean flow has been successfully mapped. When the Nippon Foundation GEBCO Seabed 2030 project started back in 2017, just 6% of the ocean floor had been surveyed. 3 years later, 19% of the world's ocean bottom has now been mapped.
Okay.
Project director Jamie McMichael Phillips said there is another 81% of the ocean still to survey and still to map. That's an area about twice the size of Mars that they still have to capture in the next decade.
That's why I'm all for suspending all space exploration
Yay.
and putting all that money towards oceanography.
Sure.
I don't know.
And if they could
There's
keep
so much
James
we don't
Cameron out of the deepest parts of the ocean, maybe they could get something done.
Of all people, Josh, I mean, you know they're going to discover a giant sea monster.
Exactly.
Nothing would make you happy.
Oh, I love all
They're going to
this stuff.
find alien bases down
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can find, who knows what they'll find?
Who knows is right.
Megalodons and such.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
What's your favorite submarine movie?
Submarine movie is
Yeah.
probably Crimson Tide.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
Is that the one that has the Crazy Ivans?
Crazy Ivan.
Or is that Hunt for Red October?
Oh,
That's
that
Hunt
might
for
be
Red
Hunt-
October.
That must be Hunt for Red October.
Yeah,
I've
because
only
Sean
seen this-
Connery's
Is Crimson
the
Tide the
Russian
one that
U-boat.
has the references to all the comic books? Then
I think,
Tarantino wrote the dialogue?
Yeah, he wrote chunks of the dialogue, yeah.
What about Das Boot?
What about Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea?
Run silent, run deep.
the
Run
one that-
Silent, Run Deep. Isn't that the one with Don Rickles?
Yes. And that is
In a serious role?
That's a great movie, but I think the most entertaining for me is Crimson Tide.
Chick, what's the Wes Anderson one?
Life Aquatic?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
Zissou? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hated that one.
Yeah, I really like that.
Oh,
one.
you hated a Wes Anderson movie. What a surprise.
And an underrated comedy from the 90s, Down Periscope. Is
Yeah.
quite
with-
entertaining.
Huh.
Kelsey Grammer and
that's right, okay.
Harlan Williams.
I didn't like the Zissou one. I liked the next one from him, but
Oh, okay.
I was on an airplane that was on, and I turned it off.
Oh,
Crossing the ocean. I had a lot of time to kill, but nope.
I thought you were going to say I got opened the door, got out, went home.
I forced you to watch that, as a matter of fact.
Wished I could have, yeah. Now, time now, by request, to check in with the famous Mr. Obvious.
Oh.
Heidi ho, welcome once again to the Mr. Obvious Show. I'm, of course, your affable host, Mr. Obvious. Shall we take a call? Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
It is, caller, but I'm having kind of a hard time hearing you.
Oh, man, this is so great talking to you, Mr. Obvious. I'm a long-time listener and a first-time caller.
Well, I'm certainly glad you called. Not to belabor the point, caller, but it is difficult to hear you. Can you speak up?
Yeah, Mr. Obvious. I was saying I'm a long-time listener and a first-time caller.
Uh-huh.
Let me get over here across the street where it might be safer.
Get across the street. What's going on,
Hey,
caller?
okay, I can speak up a little bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that is, I can indeed. That's much better. Now, what's going on, caller?
Oh, man, Mr. Obvious, I had to cross the street to get away from the bank.
The bank. Okay, now what's wrong with the bank, caller?
Well, Mr. Obvious, I think it's being robbed.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my land. Well, did you call 911, caller? My goodness.
Well, no, I wasn't sure if I should call the police or if I should confront the robbers.
No,
myself.
don't confront them. Of course you shouldn't confront them. They could be armed, caller.
Armed? You think so, Mr. Obvious?
Well, do I think they could be armed? Of course they could. That's what robbers do. They carry around guns or knives or bombs, and they rob people.
Yikes.
Sure glad I didn't confront him then.
Yeah.
Is the robber still in there?
Robbers, Mr. Obvious. There's more than one. There's a whole bunch of them.
Goodness,
Oh,
more than
no.
one. Well, how many, caller?
Oh, gosh. I saw at least 4 or 5 of them.
Okay, would you be able to identify them to the police?
I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Obvious. They're all wearing masks.
Masks?
Oh,
you
boy.
mean like pantyhose masks?
That's a good one, Mr. Obvious. That's funny.
No, I'm not being funny. Robbers often wear pantyhose over their heads to disguise their features.
Huh? I'll be darned.
Yeah.
No, these fellas weren't wearing pantyhose. They were wearing those masks like you might see a doctor wear. And the robbers, most of them were also wearing gloves. I assume keep from leaving fingerprints everywhere.
Masks and gloves, caller? Is that-
Yep. Oh, another thing. This might help. They all seem like they were spaced about 6 feet apart from each other. The gang.
Oh, my land, caller. Those people are not robbing the bank.
And not robbing the... How do you know?
Caller, they're protecting themselves from the coronavirus by covering their noses and mouths and wearing gloves.
You don't say.
And as a matter of fact, you should be doing the same, caller.
Me? I'm not going to be going in the bank, Mr. Obvious.
No, it's not just the bank where you need the protection. You should practice being safe at the post office, the grocery store, wherever you might come in contact with people. You should be wearing a mask and gloves.
A mask and gloves?
Uh-huh.
Well, I never made a connection.
Don't you watch the news, caller? How could you not know?
Oh, gosh, no, I haven't seen the news for a while, Mr. O. I've been binge watching that Tiger King show ever since my boss told me not to come into work.
Oh, well, like a lot of people, you must be working from home.
No, he fired me. Called incompetence. Which I don't get. I hardly ever took bathroom breaks or anything.
Okay, caller, it pains me, but we're going to have to go right now.
Oh, okay. Mr. Obvious?
Yes, caller?
Mr. You're a lifesaver.
Well, it sounds like you took my advice and put on your mask. I'm proud of you, caller, for taking heed during these unusual and trying times.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Mr. I didn't have a mask with me, but luckily the fella in front of me at the store sneezed into his handkerchief and dropped it on the ground.
Goodbye, caller. Until next time, this is Mr. Obvious saying so long.
Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Now, we found... Are you kidding me? The crazycockwine.com sports desk, and there's another sports update?
Yep, Novak Djokovic, the Joker, has tested positive for the coronavirus after taking part in a tennis exhibition series. That's where you play without any pants. It's an exhibition.
It's amusing.
That was his tournament in Serbia. In Croatia, the top-ranked Serb is the 4th player to test positive for the virus after first playing in Belgrade. And then last weekend in Zadar, Croatia. You know where Zadar is?
No.
I think Josh has a summer home in Zadar.
That's right. It's beautiful. This
Isn't that a deli in New York?
Zadar?
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
The moment,
Zabars? Oh, there's a B in there.
Joker said in broken English, the moment we arrived in Belgrade, we went to be tested. My result is positive.
Actual audio of the man.
Just as Jelena's, Jelenas.
I had that once.
Jelena's makes the very best.
You ever get Jelena's?
Jelena's.
I had to wear 2 pairs of underwear for a week.
Yeah, that gel gets everywhere.
The children are negative, by the way, but he and his wife are both positive.
But they're not exhibiting symptoms.
No symptoms yet.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to hear
Keeping
that.
an eye on it.
Okay. All right. Any other sports news? Baseball back?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We have more coronavirus news.
They're saying they're coming back, but they're not.
What's this coronavirus?
Yeah. Seems like toys are getting the better end of this whole coronavirus deal. Dozens of teddy bears have taken over a super swing at a theme park in the Netherlands.
Saw this.
The Walibi Holland theme park strapped the stuffed toys into the seats and shared a video of their ride online. These are the same teddy bears, if you'll recall, that went viral last month after they rode the park's untamed roller coaster.
Apparently, they have to run the roller coaster a certain number of times every day to keep it lubricated or something.
Okay.
And so they put the. Have you watched any of these videos?
No. I live a life.
Well, they're on one of your apps.
Oh,
Teddygram. Had you for a second, didn't I?
By the way, speaking of food-related apps, what's up on the Red Lobster lately?
Oh, the latest fresh catch?
Yeah.
They're still offering delivery, and they're also maintaining very clean restaurants.
That's exciting.
Oh, nice.
We've been there. It's good.
You should be here during the breaks. It's unbelievable. These guys do. What food's available.
You know, Pat goes to Red Lobster quite often. His son enjoys it. Guess what his son gets at Red Lobster?
He gets 2 orders of the mussels and the lobster.
The
Steamed,
lobster.
market price.
Man.
And
$95 lunch.
have you explained why Daddy's guitar is at the pawn shop?
Yeah, does it?
Well, Jimmy, we can go to Red Lobster right after we get done at the pawn shop.
Yeah, tell him no.
It's hard to tell that son.
No
that boy
joke.
no.
Pat, when you go there, do you get the biscuits for your entree just to balance things out?
Neither of us like them. Oh, I see what you're saying, but neither of us like those biscuits.
Oh, they're
What?
the best.
The Cheddar Bay
You don't like-
biscuits?
Get
no,
out.
no, we do not. We
Our
don't.
friendship is off.
Yes. You are.
They're too filling. Maybe a slight bite, but no.
Oh, of course they're filling because he's already stuffed down a few lobsters.
Lobster. Good Lord.
All right.
I'm angry beyond words.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone not liking the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah, Jimmy is an idiot.
And indulging your child with a lobster, whatever he wants.
Okay,
nice.
Christy, I haven't read this whole article, but the headlines got me here. Monogamy can lead to extinction.
Monogamy.
This is a new study. Forced monogamy leaves species more vulnerable to extinction from environmental and genetic stresses, according to this
genius.
Interesting.
This survey, as you would say, came up by a guy,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yes, it says, conversely, species allowed sexual competition and mate choice are more resilient. Well, if you want to test this, cheat on your wife, see how long it takes before you become extinct.
Or see how resilient you are when you hit the floor.
Right.
I'll have to get the whole story and see
how resilient your clothes are from the elements.
What's going on there?
Honeybees are having a tough time this year, too. We can talk about that if you want.
Yeah, people are stealing their honey.
Yeah, a recent survey found American honeybee colonies are doing better after having a bad year. Beekeepers lost about 22.2% of their colonies this past winter, but
they were sick. They're okay now.
That's lower than the average of 28.6%. It was the second smallest winter loss in the 14 years of surveying done by several.
Hive hopes.
They've got hive hopes.
They've got
hive in the tree and the sting you hopes.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
It's important to save the honeybee.
It is
very,
yes.
Very important.
Whatever you say, it's a made-up problem.
Oh, jeez.
Coming up, we're going to be learning about sea lizards and what's happening in the world of history. Which we do every day.
Yeah.
And today's no exception. Do you want to give us the sports teaser?
Huh? I don't know if I have a sports teaser, do I?
I don't know, do you?
Sports ended like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
I said Novak has the
Show's
virus.
over.
I can tell you that Jess and I are doing the podcast today live at noon.
Oh, there you go.
On the YouTube channel. And,
how can you watch that
and all the places you can get podcasts.
What's today's topic?
Actually, it's going to be, we're going to break new ground. How to get rid of Josh.
Oh,
That's
that's
interesting. I don't know
nice.
if we can get him to
you
call
didn't
in
show him the pictures of Willie trying out the chair, did you?
No, not yet. No.
Okay.
I will not leave without a fight.
You'll have to dynamite my ass out of here.
I have a contract. Well, we'll get to all those things, and we'll find out.
Christy's due to be on, but she keeps saying she can't do it, so I don't know what the problem is.
Did you hear about the...
I need to know in advance because I have a standing 11 o'clock appointment. I need to move it.
Where do you go for your 11? What is is it the lunch with your gynecologist?
That's not it. No, no.
Never mind.
You getting waxed?
Every week at 11. I'm that hairy. No.
She's at the end of her rope. Stop it.
Boy, oh boy. Pat can really chat up the lady.
I am a smooth talker.
Holy moly.
Ass like a silverback.
Man, oh man, if that doesn't become a bit. Pat Godwin gives you advice with women. Boy, oh boy.
That's not a bit soon.
Holy moly.
Yeah, you and Greg Warren could get together.
Yes, no joke.
Good Lord.
Wow, the celibate brothers. Now, I need to remind you that if you're having issues in a certain area, they call it ED for erectile dysfunction. When did this whole thing start? When did the TV commercial start?
When they realized a certain pill. I get all choked up talking about it.
Yeah, I remember
increased blood flow so you could achieve
first
an
time
erection.
I heard about it was Bob Dole. And
that's probably right.
Talking about, and was he the Viagra guy? Was that the first one? I think?
Yes.
Those pharmaceuticals are out there, and they can really help you if you're in that situation, but you don't want to be embarrassed by going to your doctor or whatever. Go to a place called Roman, ROMAN. We recommend you go to GetRoman.com. Spell it all out, GETROMAN.com/wood. Why? Because you can get hooked up with these pharmaceuticals now, and the way it works is you have to have a prescription, so they will hook you up with a doctor. That doctor will return you'll be recontacted with them in 24 hours. They're going to get a hold of you, and then they'll find out if you are indeed a candidate for these pharmaceuticals. Just go grab your phone or your computer. It's a free online visit. Once again, it's GetRoman.com/wood, and you'll hear back from a U.S. licensed physician within 24 hours. Now, if they decide that there's a treatment that's right for you, your medication can be shipped to you. By the way, the 2-day shipping is free. Also, you get free unlimited follow-ups with that physician. So if you're struggling with ED, stay home and go to GetRoman.com/wood for a free online visit. You've got nothing to lose. It's all very discreet. Free 2-day shipping. GetRoman.com/wood for the free online visit and free 2-day shipping. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. It helps them. It helps us. That's GetRoman.com/wood. When we come back, would you like to learn about history?
Of course, yes.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@BobandTom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, Ken Tarmac. Don't forget to watch Bob and Tom's YouTube channel weeknights at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's Bob and Tom Tonight. 20 minutes of highlights from today's Bob and Tom Show. We also have a Bob and Tom Instagram page, including pictures of the gang with friends and guests who used to stop by, highlights from the show. Head on over to BobandTom.com for quick links to all of Bob and Tom's social media sites. More of the show coming up.
From the CrazyCockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Major League Baseball plans to unilaterally issue a 60-game schedule for its shortest season since 1878 after the Players Association rejected a negotiated deal of the same length, putting the sport on track for a combative and possibly unhappy return to the field amid the virus pandemic. 6 days after Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred and Union Chief Tony Clark negotiated to expand the playoffs from 10 teams to 16, widen use of the DH to National League games, and introduce an experiment to start extra innings with a runner on second base, the deal was rejected by the union. The Toronto Raptors arrived in Southwest Florida yesterday, set to begin their preparations for next month's restart of the NBA season. If the Raptors return to the NBA Finals, they could be in Florida for nearly 4 full months. And Brooks Koepka goes for a historic three-peat in the PGA Championship. There won't be anyone at Harding Park to cheer him on. The PGA of America confirms the first major of the unusual golf virus year won't have spectators. The PGA Championship scheduled for August 6 through 9 in San Francisco. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
His name is Stosh Dombrowski. He just turned 81. Yeah, down at the bowling alley, he plays the accordion. Hey, He early plays the polka. He is a polka king. He plays a couple polkas, and he's stinking drunk by 10. And he'll be back tomorrow to polka once again. If he's sobered up by then, roll that barrel out, living la vida polka. Disco sauerkraut, living la vida polka. He really should retire to a condo down in Boca, but he can't give it up, living la vida polka. Living la vida polka. Hey, living la vida polka. Hey,
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Is that correct?
We do. Morning, Bob and Tom show.
Oh, hello there, Sonny. This is Morgan Freeman.
Oh, hey, Morgan. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very kindly.
You calling from the Slammer?
Oh, of course, Sonny. Heard you talking about catchphrases and nicknames.
Oh, yeah?
Well, we were trying to see if either of the guys here maybe had like a catchphrase, like a get or done thing for their comedy show.
Reminds me of my good friend Andy Dufresne.
Yeah.
Andy Dufresne came to Shawshank Prison in 1947. For 19 years, Andy and I, of course, were the best of friends. And Andy learned quickly that everyone in prison is given a nickname.
I didn't know that.
Some good, some bad. Some so bad I can't even imagine.
Oh.
Or maybe I just don't want to. Andy learned about nicknames the hard way when he roomed with the bull quitter called Hambone. And it was Hambone who gave Andy the catchphrase people to this day still repeat in prison.
What's that?
Oh, please don't.
Comedian Geechee Guy has joined us in the interview loft.
Geech?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Geech is a tall man. You are originally a guy that gained a little bit of fame on Star Search back in the day.
Yes, a little bit.
You did not win, but you came very close.
I didn't get too famous. I don't want to get too famous. I don't want to get so famous that the guy who shoots me gets famous.
That's
Good
famous.
point.
That's right.
That's very. Amen. I'm with you there. I got you. Well put.
Yeah.
that is
I
interesting.
agree.
Yeah, we don't want to see you get shot either.
No.
That would be bad. What else is new in your life? You still married?
Yeah. Although my wife's on a cruise right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Without you?
Without me. Yeah. So that's okay. But I used to go
How
out and bunch
convenient.
with her. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But she's with her girlfriends from high school.
Well, that's nice.
Steve.
Yeah, exactly. Girlfriend.
Hey, 9:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update in the weather forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Partly cloudy later today. Stray shower or thunderstorm possible. High 78. Clear tonight down to 60. Mainly sunny tomorrow. Still a threat of a thunderstorm, though. High near 80. 68 currently.
Thank you very much. We're going to get back to the action here in just a second. We've got a ton of great music coming up for you today on Q95. Also, the Bob and Tom after party just around the corner. I have a real quick Gatlinburg story that I just spotted, Christy.
Oh, really?
I know some friends of mine are heading down there real soon for a little bit of a vacation. We'll update you on that and a little history in just a second. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Chick, there's Josh. I'm Tom. That's Ace. Chick, of course, at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Through the glass, it's Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News desk. Pat Godwin's over there, the man, the guitar. This is Tom speaking. Did I cover everybody? Oh, there's Willie over there in the green room. The greenhouse.
Yes.
We're tentatively calling it now. Hey, Willie, it's good to see you, sir.
Howdy.
Now, real quick, are you familiar with the Gatlinburg Sky Bridge?
Oh, in Kentucky? Sure, yeah.
It's in Tennessee.
There's one in Kentucky, too. I don't know about that.
Is it?
With it?
I thought Gatlinburg was in Tennessee.
No, of course. That's the joke. You asked if I was familiar.
That's my joke.
And then I claimed to be familiar, but I get the place wrong. Teach you everything about comedy?
Yeah, you sure do.
Well, if that was comedy, next time wave a large flag so I know it's coming.
I run into that every morning in sports. They think I'm telling the truth. No.
The Gatlinburg Sky Bridge is reopened after a visitor broke the glass.
Yikes.
Ooh.
While doing a baseball slide.
Who do you think broke the glass?
This is one of those things where you're hanging above the valley and you can look straight down.
Right.
It's incredibly scary.
Yeah.
Fat guy, real fat guy.
No, people are told don't run, jump, or bounce.
I can't help it.
I like it better. Do they weigh you before you get on that?
What?
It's embarrassing.
I don't think
There might
so.
be a weight limit. Yeah.
In any event,
I get weighed at the post office.
I can wait at the
I have to go to the truck stop.
Oh.
Hey, Christy, didn't you say you did the Willis Tower thing? Where
I
you
did.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
that lean-in thing, that is scary.
Yeah, it's very scary.
lean out. I could not do that. In fact, if I were on this Gatlinburg, what do they call it? The
Skybridge?
they'd call it, after I was on it, the Shatlenberg.
The Chuck Berry glass.
Yes, I could not. I would not be able to hold my mud. Time now for our history lesson for today.
Hi now for today, Bill.
No, Leonard. But
In 1926, Josh, you'll like this one. The so-called College Board administered the first SATs with the notation, someday Josh will do great on the English and fail the math.
never took the SAT. Took the ACT.
There you go.
Oh, the lesser of the...
That's right. That's right.
Couldn't get into the SATs.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
1955, the greatest scene involving spaghetti in the history of cinema.
The Odd Couple.
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. Thank you, Willie. 1955. Lady and the Tramp.
Now it's garbage.
Oh,
The Odd Couple.
of course, great.
That's
great.
linguine.
Wait a minute.
What?
Did you say that's linguine?
Yeah.
Those are the lines.
Well,
yeah.
Felix says.
That's what Felix says, yeah.
That's linguine.
Oh.
And Oscar grabs it and throws it. Now it's garbage.
Oh, classic.
That's my
What a
Walter
great joke.
Matthau.
It's pretty good.
This is an as they would say, history pivots would be the current. 1960, this pill became available for purchase.
Oh, the pill.
The pill.
Oh, okay.
Birth control.
Sure, birth
The
control pill.
contraceptive pill.
How about
which
that?
Willie, what the lady holds between her knees. And
doesn't get pregnant.
Luckily, this has been smooth as glass.
Yeah.
No one's complained about the birth control pill. Nobody has any problems with it. They let people make their own minds up.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm in dangerous water here.
This is now. Ace mentioned this earlier. He was watching TV, and who did you see on the television?
Joey Buttafuoco.
Oh, yeah.
That's really his name. Very unfortunate name, Buttafuoco.
Mm-hmm.
What about his body hair club for men?
Lorena Bobbitt.
Joey.
You're thinking of two different stories.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Lorena Bobbitt. This is. She cut off her husband's male members.
Yes.
Yeah.
John Wayne, was it?
Yeah, that was
John Wayne Bobbitt.
John Wayne Bobbitt, yeah.
That was sort of the same ilk.
Yeah, same time period.
Buttafuoco is the one that what?
Amy Fisher shot my wife.
Oh
He was
yeah,
dating that teenage girl and
shot her
Long
wife
Island,
shot her wife
Lolita.
in the face.
From that day, she had a go funny jaw.
Yeah, I talk like this now.
You remember?
Never eat taffy again.
So Lorena Bobbitt cut off the. They sewed it back on, right? Then didn't he make a movie
Did
like
porn.
Frank and Dawn or something?
Frankenweenie.
Yeah.
Okay. Time now to learn what we learned in the show.
Time now
I'm
for
sorry.
Things We Learned, brought to you by Grainger. 90 years, been delivering products, keep your facility running. Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Was the porn movie really Frankenweenie?
Frankenweenie.
Something like that.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Frankenweenie.
Goodness.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because there's no hiding the scar?
I didn't.
No, there's
ever
two
watch
bolts.
it.
There were a couple of bolts. On each
Well, I knew
side.
there were two nuts. It was green.
It's not. It's actually not Franken whatever. It's actually Frankenstein's cockster. It didn't work. Get rid of
Not
it.
sure. What is it?
It's a cockster with monster. I hate myself. I'm gonna.
Well, we learned this. Well, we learned that.
I don't care if we say another thing.
Major League Baseball, it still may be coming back. There is now a kosher lube.
Yes.
So apparently, some intimate oral activity can take place for those that are of the Orthodox faith.
Intimate oral activity.
Pat had a nice song about the friendship of Josh and Chick.
Lovely.
With a tip of the hat
it's
to the
beautiful.
great Chris Christopherson. Happy birthday yesterday, Chris. There's apparently some sex move that Josh likes called the San Diego thank you.
I'll tell you what it is, yeah.
And then we learned, do you want to sort out the number thing for the last time before we get any more mail?
Yeah, sure. The 6-4-3, it's your classic double play. The shortstop to the second baseman to the first baseman.
And apparently it was used as a sex move as well.
Yes, yeah.
The 6-4-3. Okay, Coach Lou Brown was very interested in that. 2020, what a great year, huh?
Oh, having a blast.
There's apparently some kind of the biggest dust event in 50 years fighters hitting the Caribbean right now.
Yeah, from Sahara Desert.
Okay. And Chick wears Mitchum.
That's right.
Yes, and you can get a Grateful Dead deodorant right now.
Unscented.
Smells like patchouli. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.